two, 1, 2. Uh. Test. Okay. Let's get going. Hello, everyone. I can actually move this over. There we go. All right. Good evening. Check-in redeem. Actually, that's not a bad idea, Lethal. We should doing a check-in redeem. Everyone coming in. Danny, Ashley, Lethal, and Maso Albi. What's going on? Sorry, I had a bit of an issue in the beginning here because what's it called? My Streamlabs was giving me an issue. Actually, hold on. I have a blister on the side of my tongue. I forgot. Put an ice cube on it. Not selling. So sorry for the semi-clickbait title. It's a semi-clickbait because we're selling a portion of it. So we're not selling all of it, no. Selling a portion of the business because at this point now, after 2 years of rebuilding from, because franchising, the failed franchising effort, we spent the last 2 years, paying off our debts and rebuilding this business. And we're finally at the point now where we're pretty much almost out of debt, and we're now prepared to finally reinvest back into the business to update our operations and get everything where it needs to be for the rest of the year. We're out of our winter season. We got some critical releases coming out in the summer and in the fall, and we got some major changes. We want to make some updates to the home store. No crazy expansions, no nothing like that, but working on getting this space to where it needs so that honestly, days like this continue. It's a good day at the store right now. I'm not gonna lie. The weather's windy and cold, but it's sunny. It's good weather. It's Pokemon pre-release. Right now, we have a full house. We have no seats available right now. I have some of my regulars. Unfortunately, they walked by me, and I was like, "Hey, you guys leave me so soon." They're like, "We have nowhere to sit." So a part of the reconfiguration I gotta do is to increase seating capacity. The way I have it right now, it's actually not the best layout that we can do, but we need to upgrade all of our tables and seatings pretty much by doing so, and the fixtures, right? With the renovations we have in mind, we're going to actually add about 25 seats or so, 23 seats. I seat about 200 people in here. So it's a lot. Just keep that in mind, guys. I did not open up a store in Providence, Rhode Island, guys. This past 2 years, we've been focusing on, number one, surviving, paying off our debts, recovering from the failed franchising process, but haven't given up because, right now I'm pretty much going to commit to not franchising ever again. But in terms of expansions, I have not abandoned those ambitions of ours. But in the last 2 years, we had to focus on, picking up the pieces, rebuilding, and making sure that we had a future still. And we're in our 10th year of business right now. And the reason why I'm selling a portion of the business is so that we can finally round out our operations in the store now that we're at a point where we can just reinvest back into our people in the store so that we can build this for the rest of the year and for the future. And yes, even with the markets the way it is right now, the political climate, whatever, I can't control any of that, but what I can control is how we operate, how we respond, and ultimately how we take care of all of you and all our customers that come here. So, Masawabi, I'm wondering how far are you from Gettysburg? I don't think we're too far at all. Just Google Gamers Heaven. Well, we should pop up. We're in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Lethal, stop it. Danny, stop it. Shion, what's going on? Happy Friday, y'all. It's just a good day. No, sorry, it just feels good. We literally have a full house right now. Like, you have no idea how good it felt to walk into that today. Especially early in the day. The sun's still out and the seats were already like half filled when I walked in a few hours ago. And pretty much like for us peak hours, it's 7 to 11 p.m. Like that's our like busiest time, dinner time. And it's just like, Sierra pal, what's going on? Good morning. If it's morning in your area, you're in a different part of the world, I'm assuming. Oh, you're just a raccoon. Ah, you just woke up now. Let's go. No, like Elf and Lion. So when you met me, we were in our recovery process. So we stopped franchising 2 years ago, but I still had ambitions to expand. So during the recovery process, it's not like I stopped scouting areas to look to. You know, I've been to Rhode Island now for 2 years, and every time I've gone, it's been so you guys have been so welcoming every time I've come. And to the point where, you know, once we have the ability to open up a location up there, you bet your ass I will. And that goes with any city across the country, guys. Like just because we failed the first time around, and I was in jail for 2 years, and just, you know, hunkering down and cleaning up our operations doesn't mean I still stop innovating and thinking about what I want to do later on and stuff. So do not worry about that. Lord Vader, what's going on? Yachty, I have not picked out a baby name for number 3. Me and Sarah are kind of like at the point now where we're just going to wait until she's born to ultimately decide. Hell yeah, Elfin Lion. I'll be there for Rhode Island Anime Con though in June. So be on the lookout for us. We'll be up there for Rhode Island Anime Con. I actually just visited. Oh, I should probably take this off now. I just got my MRI done today at the same hospital where my wife's going to be giving birth. So I quickly checked. Oh, ooh. Hold on. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, it's got the hairs. Oh, it's a little the butterfly. Sorry. I had to get an injection for my MRI, which I never had before. But either way, I checked out the maternity ward today. Pretty much like I had to prepare. Like where do I need to go? Where do I need to drop her off? At what times and what entrances are available, and so forth. I just realized. Sorry, I forgot to turn on ZTV. I have a spectator TV up here for anyone walking by who's like, what is he doing? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, no, but I gotta admit, I got super nervous because I think it's finally hitting me. Shit, bro, man, what's going on, dude? Lord Vader, I appreciate you, brother. I love you guys. It's becoming really real. She can come out any day now. Like, technically speaking, well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, we still have 4 weeks left before she's due. 4 weeks. It's a long time. But it's going. You know. The boys are definitely getting... Oh, what was that? Josh with the resub, and then almost a year, baby. Let's go. No, I think it's hitting me here. No, I already have 2 mini-me's. I already have 2 boys. This is actually my 3rd child, baby number 3. So we have 2 boys, and this is gonna be our first girl. And this is it. We're no more kids after this. So I can do that here. Yeah, no more kids after this. This is it for my wife. But they're gonna be, my oldest is 8, my youngest will be 6 in 2 months or 3 months, and so there's gonna be a 6 to 8 year age gap between baby sister and bigger brothers. But I think that's good. She's gonna have all this. Bevan Knox with the raid. Let's go. What's up, Bevan Knox? Hey, yo. Welcome in, man. Thanks for raiding, man. There's the gang. We just started. We're just chatting, guys. Welcome in, guys. Let's go. Yeah. I don't know. It started. Let's get a Lost Moon Bear. But no, we gotta. Wow. We have a lot to do in this next week here. So once again, guys, yes, we're just letting people roll in right now. Let's let everyone kind of get into the stream right now. I don't have Twitch data. There we go. Just letting everyone know we are currently live on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok all at once. Same camera for everyone. Oh my God, yeah, I can't. I really don't want my children to. The thing is, they have all these aunts and uncles and older siblings that are going to teach them the ways of the traumatizing and the negative force and everything like that. So we'll see.
Did someone say traumatizing?
They're like, they're like, make sure they don't show the traumatizing kids. That I'm like, it's already too late. They're gonna do it.
Your kids?
Yeah.
Your kids are fine.
No, it's Amy. Yes, it's Amy. But how bad is the delay?
Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm just looking at how long it takes me to look up.
I have a new belt.
I think it's 30 seconds.
No, it's definitely more like a minute. Hi guys. Yo,
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit here.
Bevan Knox and Drake. And
Oh, Soft One,
Ray.
what's going on, man?
The Lost Moon Bear. Have we found the Lost Moon Bear? How can you be lost if it's Moon Bear? Oh, it's Yeti, Book Bestie.
Book Bestie. Why is it Book Bestie?
We read the books on TikTok that you don't want me talking about on stream.
Oh, Discord. Is there? Oh, there's a Discord group for books. That's right.
There is.
I was like, book. I was like, okay.
It's all right. We all know that I know how to read directions, and he just Googles things.
She can confirm we indeed have a full house tonight.
We actually have.
You don't have to lean in. It's open mic right now.
Oh no, but like my face is being covered, and if there's one thing I want them to see, it's my beautiful face.
Get out of here. I want them to be looking at Naruto. I'm
We
just
can
kidding.
accept 4 more Magic players.
Jeez. I was just telling them like this is why like we need to at least raise the funds to get the furniture in. We need chairs.
If Friday Night Friendly guys show up, because they don't show up every week, it's like every other week. If they show up tonight, I have like 2 chairs for them.
Oh God.
But they don't usually show up for
Well,
another
Pokemon
hour.
Pokemon should be like they should
Yeah.
wrap up within the next hour or two, and
Yeah.
then those chairs will be available. So we shall see.
Every day's a new adventure. That's true.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
No, yeah, guys, but yeah, no, we're sitting here right now just because, it's going to be a daily campaign till next Friday because after whatever we decide to do by next week, sorry, on TikTok, it's a video of my son at his first convention. It's when he was 6 months old. God. My son was a cute baby. I really missed out. I really missed out during those years. I was just like, oh man. We're getting ready for C2E2 right now. So that's another thing too. Yeah, pretty much like there's so many things that we have to apply these investments to. Like next Friday, why that cutoff is then is because we need to order a product for C2E2. Like we need stock to sell at the show. It's like we also got to produce the tickets. We got like the booth has been taken care of, but then everything else needs to be like we can't go with zero inventory. So it's like, oh, right. God, there's just so much to do right now. So I'm trying not to freak out. We're gonna do what we can, the best we can, and just go for it. Orlando store when like again, Lord Vader, pretty much like what I've been talking about all week and what I'll talk next week too is we're not focusing on expansion this year. This year is to solidify the design language, the operations, and get our store, our digital platform, and our new store in San Jose, these 3 areas solidified before we even think about trying to expand later on. The biggest thing is to like hunker down and fortify. So for those of you who've ever played StarCraft or Age of Empires or any time real-time strategy game, it's called turtling. It's a legitimate strategy. It's not camping, it's turtling. You make the ultimate defense, you build a hell of a good base, and then after that, you build your army. Then once it's once it's good, things are looking good, that's when you break out. And that's why I really consider this year being, because like with all the turmoil that's going on in the markets and the political landscape, I need to focus on what I can do here. And that's what we're doing. And then hopefully, yeah, StarCraft 2, baby. No, and then, hopefully in 26, things are looking good. We have great traction. Revenue sources are good and people are looking to fund us. Then we'll go in and lower the supply depots and unleash the army to just go. But again, main focus is gather our resources, build our base here, finish, fortify our defenses, upgrade everything. For 2 years, I have not been able to do anything because we've been hyper focused on, again, reducing our costs, paying off our debts, and making sure that we're in a place where we can then continue on. This is our 10th year of business, and this is their make it or break it year. This is statistically where over 99% of businesses fail by. So I gotta beat the odds at this point. In Ottawa? Heck yeah, man. And I do apologize for the noise in the background. We have a full house today, so there's over 100 plus people in the store right now. We have D&D, Digimon, Pokemon, Warhammer. There's FGC community, so there's fighting game group. I got people in the cafe just hanging out and chilling. I got people eating. So there's, and then Pokemon pre-release is going on for Journey Together. So it is just packed today. Oh, Bevinox. Well, we'll see. Just so you guys all know too. So obviously, depending on what we raise by next Friday, hopefully this weekend's a good start to it. Last week we had a good start. Last week it was a good start. We hit actually 20% of our goal. Now we're hoping to hit the other 80% for the minimum goal that we're trying to do. So I have 3 plans: Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Plan A is if we don't raise anywhere close to our minimum goal. Plan B is our minimum goal. Plan C is our, is if we actually hit what I would like. Now, dream budget, which was, which I didn't even plan for, but it's like someone handed me the check to just do everything that I wanted to, then bam, let's go. We're doing a gut remodel right now. But that's not the route we're going. And so what I want to do on Plan A, at least, is, we can go ahead and bring on the additional hires that we need to do. We can go ahead and start by bringing in the architect to go ahead and redesign our cafe space. We can actually order some of the new fixtures that we want to bring in from China. Unfortunately, we have to import them. I would try to buy it domestically if it wasn't for the people domestically triple charging the very fixtures we need. So even with the tariffs, it is cheaper for me to still import these things. So yeah, that's wonderful news. Hey, can I go eat your stores here? We're working on it, man. I'm working on it. Like, I need to get this place solidified first this year. I'm sorry that the businesses around you, where you guys are at, I mean, most places, they're your typical card shop, typical board game store, typical tabletop store, or typical land center, one of the above. And I'm sorry if, they're one of the bad apples and everything. But, we'll definitely look here. I don't have any Monster Hunt items right now. No, like Bevinox, like at the end of the day, I gotta be careful with store closures because, again, like the thing that we're trying to go for here is it's brand consistency. We need a design language going forward. Like, I can't just have every store pray for a department store or a business to go out of business to then go get those fixtures. Now I did that very thing because the stores that were closing, I was like, oh, you guys have the exact gondolas I wanted to buy anyway and can get it cheaper from you. So that was a no-brainer. Exactly. But the thing is, too, like, they got to be attainable, but affordably as well. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, all right, I need to buy brand new everything. Like, for example, we're going to be, actually, no, I'm not going to give that away. Sorry, never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. But there are things in fixtures and other upgrades that we can get. So, again, depending on our budget, either we get them brand new with warranties, or I go another route. We have we have options, right? And no matter what, like, I'm still going to move forward. But how I move forward, it's just like asking someone to build a house. Either you have to go get the materials yourself. We're going to give you half of the materials, or we're going to give you all of the materials. No matter what, the house will eventually get built. But how fast and how efficiently, especially the time frame, will vary based on what you start with. And that's kind of our situation right now. I don't care how we start. Obviously, like, I would wish we would have everything up front, but I've been doing this for 10 years like this, right? I've never been ahead in 10 years, but we can do what we can. I have not been able to play Monster Hunter Wilds. I had a chance to go pick it up the other day at Target, but I was like, I have a backlog. I still need to beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that I started over a year ago. And it's been over a year since I started, March 1st, 2024. 209 hours in, 1 year later, I still haven't beaten the game, and it's quite, like, I'm at the point now where I should just start over, technically, but no. We will finish it. I need to finish it. By the way, if you guys are swinging through, if you guys have any questions about the business or the overall brand or what we're trying to do, if you want to learn more about the investment side, you can just go to our website, gamersheaven.com. I have a whole link there that just gives you a nice high-level overview of everything. If you want to dive deeper than that, you guys let me know. I gotta beat Liza P. I gotta have to start that again. God, they're just no. It's so like guys, like I like for me, like it's so easy for all of you or my mutuals that come at me and be like, you should just play games. Just play the games. Be entertaining. Be truly the variety channel. And I get it. Like we do good. Like because of you guys, between the bit donations and the gift subs and the subbing and stuff, like it's a good thing. And I know if we would gain more, we could get that revenue up and everything. But I'm running a business. And that's in the middle of digging out of debt as well as to grow and to renovate and all these other projects. So we're like on an on-need basis. On top of that, I'm literally the sole person handling all the e-commerce side, the social media, content creation, streaming, and then the business operations on the top end of it, on the C-suite side, and then husband and father at home. And because my wife's been especially the last few months here, with my wife being in her third trimester, she's in her last few weeks of pregnancy right now. So it is the worst for her right now. This is like the hardest time for her. And so I'm the one taking the boys to school, picking them up, running the errands, going grocery shopping, like doing everything. I gotta be father and husband during the day. Then I got to fit a little bit of gym time because I'm trying to lose weight this year. And then get into the store, shoot content, respond to emails, pay bills, legal work, accounting work, and then ultimately content creation and streaming. And then try to sleep in the middle of the day. It's so bad. Speaking of, do you see the company hiring someone to take over the social media? Huh? Oh, Huntsman, you're asking from our perspective, do we see someone? Yeah, that's actually one of the first hires I need to do is someone to help me with the social media side, mainly the editing side of things. Because we shoot a lot of videos, we shoot a lot of content, but we can never get to it. I don't have time to edit all these clips to upload them. Trust me, like I don't have a good hour to sit down and just edit. Like today, like this morning, the two videos I released today, the third one was a one shot, but the two videos I released today I've been trying to shoot these all week. And I finally broke down and like my wife didn't need anything this morning. So I dropped off the kids, rushed to the store, 2 hours before they open, shot, edit it all in like 2.5 hours. And then had to go back out and grab food for her. Pick up oh my gosh, doctor's appointment. And the thing is, it's only about to get worse. It's about to get worse. Because like as soon as but either way, yes, depending on how much we raise, like we do need someone with on the digital side, we need someone to help. Like there's gonna be an administrative role, like an assistant role that's gonna help across the board. That'll eventually become the social media manager, but you're gonna be assisting Amy in that regard. Website development, editing, and online. I at least need one person to help me out with that. The store definitely needs at least 2 more associates. And the renovations have to start. I got some hefty bills for the equipment I want from China, like the equipment I need to import from China. I gotta order months in advance. Like I gotta order now. If I want to get it anytime soon, I gotta get it now because they gotta put it on a boat. It's like several pallets that go on a boat, and then it's gonna be weeks or if not months. Then I gotta pay the tariff fee when they. Oh my god, yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna have to pay. Oh god damn it. I had to budget out an additional like several $1,000s. A $10,000 bill is going to be $12,500 for these. Oh god damn And no, they're not available in the United States. I have to literally import them. But no, I got to pay these fucking tariffs. Oh my God. This is so dumb. Sorry, it just dawned on me today. I was like, I negotiated a really good price for the shipping fee and as well as the cost per unit. I gotta tack that on too. Oh my God. All this was sorry. No political talk. No political talk. It's just bullshit. This is completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. But we're moving on. The shop is doing good. We're finally picking up. The last 2 weeks have definitely been finally on the upswing. It's been a rough winter. So the last 2.5 months, actually last 3 months, starting from mid-December till mid-March, have been a little rough. And cold weather, snow, especially the bad weather on the weekends, really keeps everyone indoors. No one's really going out. A lot of people are coming in. And so with the weather finally getting nicer, the sun coming out, like these past 2 weeks, more and more people have been coming out. The store's been, regularly more full. The weekends have been packed in the store, which is good. Like, it's just showing that with the changes we want to make in the cafe and the upgrades we want to make to the seating capacity in the store, it's just going to be more butts in the seats, and that's also going to be more efficiency in our food services to increase overall revenue again, and more retail. Because we have a whole entire backside of these shelves that are completely empty right now. So it's just like, Anthony, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for saying so. I am like Elf and Lion, like next level. The next level of grind is just the tip of the iceberg. I've been doing this for 10 years. The amount of hours. Oh God, it's been a long 10 years. It's going to be a long 10 years to go in the future. No, it's a clickbait title. I apologize for that. It's semi clickbait because I am selling a part of the business where I freed up some of my equity stake in the company for both the store and the overall parent company to see if we can raise funds to go ahead and initiate some of the projects we want to do for this year a little bit ahead of time. We spent the last 2 years, sorry, I always need to pair it with this statement. We spent the last 2 years humbling ourselves and paying off our debts, rebuilding and repairing, and getting to the point where we are now, where we can finally reinvest any new investment dollars back into the store and rebuilding the store as we need, not giving it to another store to open up a flagship store and just ripping it away from us. No, we're not doing it that way anymore. Zorvax Echo. Honestly, anyway, like you just coming into the store is supporting us. Whether you buy something or not, it's still coming and support us. Between the food, the TCG, all the items that we do have, the arcade machines, if there's no way for you to fit, like if there's 0 items that you want to spend your money on, then I failed you. And that's what I need to continue working on. Bevanox, we're good, brother. Like we have I know when you're searching, like I'm searching within the Northeast area. So keep in mind the availability of equipment near us and you are different. But I saw what you did with the Perfect Fries. So I need to be weary of that stuff because of number one, warranty. And potential, like, I don't know how they used it. But again, given our budget, I'm not going to be picky. Like, if I can only afford a used one, then we're going to go ahead and, pick up the used one. Same thing with the furniture, chairs, even the materials. Like, depending on what we want to do with the design and the redesign of the cafe space, I may have to sacrifice on aesthetic, no. We're going to get the 3D renders up and present it to you guys first. So we're going to do that too. We do not have any locations outside the home store right now. 2 years ago when the franchising thing fell completely apart, we had to pretty much pause any expansion efforts and focus on getting our situation here solidified. So we're working on that. Shumi, what's going on? How's life? Expecting baby number 3 any week now. Almost done with our final debt payment. So I finally dug ourselves out of debt jail. I'm not franchising anymore because of how bad the first go around went. Not because of what, honestly, yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I trusted the wrong people, but because of how badly we got fucked over by some of these franchisees, like I'm not, no, never again. Like never again. like I cannot face, I can't, like I got too much PTSD right now, and it's been a rough 2 years. I mean, no, like at the end of the day though, am I going to 100% abandon it? No. Like if it's a viable option later on and we have the proper resources to enforce it and we have the proper personnel to really get out there and do everything we need to, maybe. But until then, this store online, we have our Bay Area store that's opening, and then we got to see how we are by the end of the year, because God knows, Shumi knows too, God knows what's going to happen this year. You know, we got to hunker down, and then we'll see afterwards whether or not we can then go ahead and start copy and pasting. Elfin, thank you very much for Elfin Lion. Thank you very much for the hearts. But the first things first is we want to go ahead and do what we should have done for the beginning, and get the home store fully redesigned and get pretty much our design language down completely. Instead of focusing on other places, focus on the very place we started. I hope you guys been good. I know last year's was a rough year kind of all around for everyone, but I hope you guys are doing well too. Like I don't know when the next time I'm going to be out there, but looking forward to visiting you, man. This year is worst, yeah. The start of this year has been rough. The winter season's been rough on us, but we're working with it. Like I practically had 0 inventory by the end of the year. Just so you guys know, like 2 years of no major restocks because we were just paying off massive debts. So like for the first time in forever, like we finally got new items in the store last month, and people were like, something's happening. Volgar, like at the end of the day, like you do what you want to do. Like in terms of franchising, I'm not anywhere near that. After the first go around, there's so much. There's like, I'll put it this way, like if I want to attempt it again, like there's so much more that I need to prepare, as well as to protect ourselves and so forth. You want to be involved with us or anything in that regard, you know, you can either look to invest with us, or you can just wait to see what we end up doing. But at the end of the day, like it's going to be like, I'm not going to let anyone waste my time ever again or take advantage of me ever again. It's going to be our thing. So, oh my God. Yeah, no, Shumi. Yeah. Blind boxes, Ichiban Kuji, mystery boxes in a different sense. Like we do mystery snack boxes. They do really well here. We've gotten some blind boxes. They've been doing well. So it's just like, that pivot is, we are pivoting towards that as well too. We just started carrying Gunpla as well too, so that's been great. Tabletop has been leveling out. Obviously, Pokemon going crazy, Magic, Gundam card game. So the TCG side the next few months are going to blow up too. So we'll see where all that goes. Oh my God, seriously, dude, thank you for all the hand hearts, man. Thank you. And guys, if you guys want to check out one of another fellow business that we've worked with in the past and we're friends with, check out the Shumi Company over on TikTok and Instagram as well too. You can go to their bio. The link for their shop should be right there. Do we have One Piece? We actually just sold out of OP10 today, but we do get them. OP11, we should get the same amount. OP12 is when we should start getting a lot more boxes in. So just keep that in mind. Starting in the summer, this is why, again, we're also trying to prepare raise some funds so that we actually have a little bit more purchasing power, because there's all these major releases coming out and we want to go ahead and start, building up that clientele and rebuilding like all of it. What area you guys in? We're currently in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, so the Northeast. We have one franchisee. We have technically 2 franchise contracts that still exist today. Hell yeah, Elfin Lion. Appreciate you coming in. No, we still have 2 franchise contracts that are still in play right now, because when everything kind of fell through back in April 23, they decided to stay on because they still believed in what we wanted to do, and they wanted to see not only how we would, recover and rebuild, but what the new vision would be, after I've reassessed everything going forward, and that's Raleigh, North Carolina, and San Jose, California. And we're now about a month or 2 away from our PS.
I apologize for interrupting. When you moved the TVs in the cafe, do you remember what you did with the cord?
I didn't move any of the TVs.
Both TVs that were moved no longer have cord.
I didn't move. Oh, I moved one. I only moved the one TV.
We have very polite girls in here who would like to watch the TV.
That's
Sorry,
it.
thank you.
Yep.
No, we need this one.
Sorry, I just all right, forget it. We're just gonna move on. I just like my train of thought got broken, so forget about it. Would you guys open one in New England? Yeah. No. I mean, guys, like, if we get to the point where in 26, we want to go ahead and start expanding again. Yeah. The New England area, pretty much across the country, it's all fair game. But the biggest thing I want to do is by the end of the year, one of the things I need to have in place is a trusted team that knows the business in and out that I can trust to go open up a new location. And essentially, I want to follow the in and out model, where in and out, what they do is when they open up a new location, once the building is made, they have a dedicated team that goes in, sets it up, trains the new staff, gets it open, gets it going, and then they move on to the next store and the next store and the next store. And so it's like a factory line of these stores opening up. Yeah, the reassessment. Oh, thank you, Defector. Yeah, the reassessment period since 23. Overall, it's just been a long 2 years. We're in our 10th year of business, and the fact that we've gotten here, I'm very grateful for. Obviously, we're not in the best position ever, but ultimately, we got out of it. What was that? So I just got like a weird sound alert. I didn't expect that. Oh yeah, no, in terms of the graded cards, most of them weren't the greatest, but they were my base set cards that I have acquired over the years. And I was like, okay, let me at least get these graded so they're protected. They're sealed and they're good to go. So I did that with some of them here. I was disappointed with some of the gradings, but I think so far we have 2 PSA 10s. So one was actually my Beedrill, which I'm really happy about. 2 is actually our Celebrations Charizard. So Celebrations base set Charizard foil. That was the Gem Mint 10. So I'm really happy about that, actually. So we have that batch coming in. We just got the first 2 batches in. The 3rd batch is coming in hopefully in the next couple weeks. And the last batch that actually has the 2 Venusaurs that my boys, the 2 Blastoise and Venusaurs that my boys open, as well as the Hyper Rare Pikachu. Hopefully one of those, I'm just hoping at least one of those are a 10. I'm hoping they're like between 9 and 10. So, whoa. They're so picky. Like pretty much if there's even a speck of white on the back, it's a 9. It gets knocked down. I'm like, ugh. No internships. We are a for-profit business, and they cannot be business impacting. If you work any hours for us, or you come and join, you are going to get compensated. Period. That's a whole other discussion if people are interested in that, but I do not accept free labor. I'll put it this way. When you work in this industry or anything, right? You know, the one thing that, you know, if you are able to operate for so long, the one good thing you get is experience. You can say like, you know, obviously businesses suffer ups and downs of operating, and we have too, but lately I've been looking at it as, you know, yes, I failed on a lot of things. I made a lot of mistakes, but I also learned a ton of things. Like, people like to come in here and it's like, this guy never does anything right. I'm also now a plethora of knowledge for, you know, on how to avoid certain things or what to avoid certain things. Where people might be like, oh, it's not a big deal if someone helps me out for a day. I can just give them like this or that. Do you want to get sued by the labor department? Like, there's so many like little things that people just kind of like scoff by at and everything. You know, preparing for if a plan or a project fails. Why would you plan for failure? You should be ready for that scenario. And 9 out of 10 times people aren't. So when they launch their business and the first month doesn't go well, you'd be surprised on how many businesses close within the first year of starting, because they're just not ready. They're not ready for that stuff. Manny Fresh, what's going on? How are you doing today? It's been rough. Remember I mentioned to you guys the other days, my tongue was, you know, it's like it's doing that blister thing on the edge of the side of the tongue. So it's just like, damn, it just sucks. Defector, no, I barely get any product as it is today. Like, I wish I could be at the level where I can distribute to other people, but I barely get any product. Like, even like Journey Together, like, we got screwed over for Surging Sparks. We got screwed over for Prismatic Evolutions, like, royally. And Journey Together was like a slap in the face. So it was just like I'm like people were like, are you gonna, like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm gonna sell packs. I gotta maximize my profit by selling packs individually because like, what's it called? Like, we usually get, with every Pokemon set release before the hype, we usually get 36 to 60 boxes. Depending on the set, right? We just keep it easy and we get 30 ETBs. That's what we normally get. I can understand the company not giving us more when we want to increase our allocations because of the craziness. Fine. But then slashing our like what we normally get by almost 2/3. I'm getting a case of booster boxes. We ran Pokemon Day, we do the pre-release, none of that matters. I haven't historically given them a ton of money enough or be willing to pay above cost or pay market price, like, to get more, right? So I'm getting a box. Oh, that's rough. It is rough. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, it's bad. Like, we're getting a box of ECBs, so it's like, okay. But it's like again, I can either sit here and complain about it, but I already made a couple videos that seem to still be trending right now. Like, I'm aware of what's going on. I can't do anything about it. So I'm gonna focus on what I can focus on. Like, thankfully, I am not a card shop. I'm not a dedicated card business. Like, that's an aspect of the business I want to grow and I want to put more money into, but that's not our main source of income. So I'm going to keep on focusing on what I can control. Like, all right, if I can't get Pokemon in, then I'm going to make sure that the Pokemon players here are taken care of. So, like, if I only got a box of boost, like 6 boxes coming in, then I'm going to make sure that our Thursday players get them for MSRP, and then I also take care of them with price support. Done. I even joked. I was like, yo, if six of you get 6 packs each and 6 of you go into a box, the person who gets the worst EV gets the promo card that's in the booster box. And they're like, oh, I really like that. I was like, yeah, right? It's sort of like Ichiban Kuji. The last person gets in. I'm only selling a portion of the business. So Iron Text, it's a semi-clickbait title. I'm selling a portion of my stake in the company, my equity stake in the business, because as the text say here, we're preparing, like starting next month. So in about 1.5 weeks, I need to execute 1 of 3 plans and drastically change my operations, because my wife will be expecting to give birth to our 3rd child at any day during the beginning of April. So I need to make sure that I'm home. So I can't be here streaming every day in April. I got to pivot back. As well as in the store operations, I need to then go ahead and alter how we're doing things here. We have to initiate certain projects. What's up?
There's a Godzilla card game officially coming out.
No.
With a -1 starter deck.
Do not tell me Bandai's doing it.
No. It's a little worse than that.
Is it Universes?
No, I wish. They already had one.
It better not be Wizards.
No.
Bushiroad? Oh, God.
Guess when it comes out?
I don't know. We're not doing it.
No, we need...
I know Good's going to win it.
No.
There's a Godzilla card game. Stop. There's enough card games.
Yeah. I just want to see it for the foiling. But guess when it comes out?
Next year?
July 5th.
That's such bullshit. Oh, my.
Closest Bushiroad release I've ever seen. But it seems so interesting. I just say we get the first set, 1 case, that's it.
Oh, I am so done. I am so done with all these card games. Like Gundam's coming out. I'm good with Gundam. Like Gundam's fine.
We'll do 1 case.
No, just get 1 deck. Don't get a freaking case. Don't waste money on that shit.
No, it's gonna be so pretty.
All right. If you guys are interested in the Gundam card game, I have 1 beta that was already open, so it's not but I would be willing to have the cards available for sale if someone wants to purchase them. At this point, anything and everything needs to be sold, so we can, I really want to get this place renovated. Like, I want to get, in terms of the renovations, like the cafe is the biggest thing. The cafe, that's like the biggest thing I've been trying to do for this past year and a half. And obviously, the inventory and stuff too here. God Honcho? What, the whole box? I think it's finally settled. I think a few weeks ago, people were supposed to run starter deck, beta events, but no, they didn't run the events, and they decided to try to scalp it online. And apparently, Bandai was supposed to revoke all of these people's allocations and their tournament status as well too if they did that, but they're not enforcing it. No one's enforcing anything. And so the scalpers are just winning. But let me I'm trying to see what they're doing for the let's see, the highest. Oh, look, they've come down to $400. People are selling these for $400 online sealed. The event was supposed to be $80, which is what we did. Oh man, I want that. I want the Lox Klein and the IL Strike, alternate arts, but I'm not paying $700 for a card. That's what happened. This is why I can't collect card games, because I'll go broke really quickly. Any suggest? I was thinking 140, but no, 4. Wait, hold on. So there's 7 listings, unopened. $500. No, the cheapest one is $500 on TCG Player. You people are absolutely mad You are mad. You are the scummiest of people. How does this one store have 6 of them? You should not have 6 of them. You should have. You know what it is, guys? I hate that I'm being punished for running my business ethically. You know, like, I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna change my ways, but I hate the fact that I keep getting punished for it, because then all of these scalpers look at my business, look at my channel, and laugh at me while they're raking in the cash. Obviously, no. Long-term sustainability, no, it's not there. But in their excuse, no one knows what they look like. They're gonna take the cash and then go ahead and invest into like. I hate it. I don't have the means. I don't have the means or the desire to go down that route. But it's messed up. It's messed up. No, Meatster, because like, I'll put it this way: if I go down that path, I'll put it this way: there are more unethical business owners and rip and shippers and online sellers out there than there are good ones. Unfortunately, that's the case. And if I become a channel or a business that becomes, you know, a channel to just call out these stores, I become public enemy number 1. And these people have the resources to just bombard me, like. So it's thousands of enemies. All I did was this. Like, I made 2 videos just saying, how are these scalpers getting their products? Here's how they do it. Here's how they can get it. Here's how they partner up with stores to screw you guys over. Here's what it is. And unfortunately, it's the nature of the market. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing you can do about it. The only, like I'll put it this way, like, it's the Bugs Life thing. If you guys really wanted to do something about it, you have to literally get every single person in the hobby to literally boycott anyone selling above market rate. Unfortunately, that can't happen. So it's just like, oh, John M. Chakan, like, here's the reality of the situation. You guys don't know who these people are. When they do their rip and ship streams, they don't put their faces on there. They don't put their, you know, when they're selling it online TCG Player, you don't know what they look like, right? So eventually, when they pocket all the profits, you know, then they can go ahead and open up their own store and run it ethically. Then, after they screwed you guys, like, you would never know. These are faceless people. Like, isn't it funny how a lot of the rip and shippers will literally not show their faces? Some will, but the majority of them will not. I had a conversation with several of them, and so I'll put it this way: if you guys ever watched The Big Short, you know, about the 2008, you know, how, you know, the recession and the market collapse, like if you guys ever watched. Honestly, you should watch The Big Short, because it's what's going on now with all of the debt that's going on with student loans and autos and all this other stuff. Go watch it. But there's a scene in there where Mark, what's it called? I forget the guy's name, but not Mark Baum. Either way, one of the hedge fund group managers sits down with one of the bankers who sells all the CDO, the collateral debt obligations. And he explains to them how he makes money and how he literally is screwing over people and how they're getting away with it. And the character's sitting there getting sick. He's just getting sick because he's like, no one's stopping them. The party is going to end, but until then, these people, even if the party ends, these people cashed out. They took all the money. They got it. So, like, at the end of the day, the investors are the ones that get screwed out. Like, so that's the same thing with these rip and shippers and all of these, you know, businesses that are scalping online. Ultimately, when the Pokemon market crashes, you can be like, oh, I hope they already got it. They're already raking it in. Like, they already have the product, and then they can go ahead and now, like, like I'll put it this way: the people who bought it at MSRP and are trying to scalp it, y'all are the morons, in my opinion, because you don't know when this is going to crash or when it's going to correct. So if you keep buying product at market value and it eventually corrects itself or crashes, now you are stuck on product that now you're gonna have to liquidate at a loss. Keep that in mind. Some of the strategies that like you have stores that are doing it who have multiple accounts online, and someone was like, oh, so what's your alternate? I'm literally streaming on Twitch every day, so I don't have time for that shit. So no, I'm not doing that kind of stuff. So I'm just like, I love how people jump to like, oh, he must be scalping. I can show you the receipt on how much I get from my main distributor and the receipts of what we sold them for and how fast we sold them. I wish I had 120, Prismatic Evolution ET Bell boxes that I was selling online. Like, that would be great, but no. Like, guys, it's just bad. I think the worst thing is this. It's the stores that will partner up with the rip and shippers. So what they'll do is they'll get their allocation in, and they're like, you know what? I'm not gonna, like, I don't want to screw over our customers and have them have them think I'm a scalper, but at the same time, I want to make as much money as possible. So what they'll do is this: hey guys, we only got like 2 or 3 boxes. I'm sorry, and they can use that excuse. They're like, oh, the distributors are screwing over the stores. Yeah, I only got a few. While they are working with the rip and shipper, they are giving it to them to sell 2 to 3x what they should be selling it for and splitting the profits with them. Like, it's scummy. It is so scummy. And there's a network of stores doing it. There's networks of stores in certain regions of the country that I'm not going to say what regions, but again, the Mark Baum moment makes me sick. Like, just thinking about it, I'm just like, oh, Bevinox, reporting it does nothing. They're not doing anything. You have people breaking Straight Date. You have people literally opening up packs of Journey several weeks before. There's people who already have the rocket packs. Like, no one's enforcing anything. Like, right now, so 10 years ago, if you did not have a brick and mortar location, you could not open up an account with all of these card distributors. You could not. Now, fast forward, these distributors are giving it to anyone and anyone with a resale account. And then, yes, there's some backdoor deals. There's a bunch of all these things going on, but like, they're just giving it to anyone. And so, like, it's just like they don't care anymore. No one cares anymore. Like the people who got the beta boxes, who's enforcing them? They don't care. They just made a huge profit. They made a $400 profit selling a bunch of these. Like, I got a dumb question. What does rip and ship mean? So Lost Moonbear, it's essentially like, it's live pack opening. So what they'll do is they'll sell packs or boxes on a live stream, and then what they'll... Lethal, what was that for? Lethal, what was that for? Wait, Lethal, that... Mods, that was fine. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry guys. Twitch chat, we had a mix. I think it was a misclick. Yeah, I think that was a misclick. Lost Moonbear, are you here? No, Lost Moonbear. I think it was a misclick. You're fine. That That was a perfectly relevant question. You're definitely fine. Hold on. I'll get back to you in a second. It's not Dio. I am not selling the company. I'm selling a portion of the business to prepare for the rest of this year. We have several projects that we want to start funding. Also, baby number 3 is on the way next month, so I had to drastically change my operation starting next month. So in order to kind of go into quarter 2 with as much strength as possible, I decided to go ahead and sell a portion of my equity stake in both my businesses, so we can execute upon that. We spent the last 2 years digging ourselves out of debt, essentially just selling because every dollar had to go out to these debt payments, and we have almost essentially eliminated almost $800,000 of debt in the last year and a half. And now we're at the point where we can finally start reinvesting back into the business. So that's just like, that's the biggest thing. God Hanjo, I have the option to, but like I would need to make a lot more money in order to do that. So I would like to get into that position. How is the struggle to open this place up with other similar companies in the area? Lingerer, if you're still here, are you asking how difficult was it to open when I first opened 10 years ago? Or how difficult is it to open in another area that has similar businesses around it? Both. Okay, yes to both. So when I open, I don't directly, so they're similar companies. I don't compete with them. I have literally like 6 card shops within like a 30, 40 minute driving radius. I have literally 2 that are like 5 minutes, 2 minutes down the road from me. I don't compete with them. You could take Pokemon, Magic, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh! All out of here. It would hurt. But we would still be fine. If that makes sense. It's sort of like saying, like, why would Walmart, how would Walmart struggle opening up next to Cabela's because they have a hunting section? Like, that's literally it's the best metaphor I have, because it's a big part of the store, but it's not the main, it's not the bread and butter of the business, right? So there's that there. But when I first opened, yes, 10 years ago, it was a struggle because the concept of this type of business didn't exist. A lot of people looked at this business model as being dumb, and still people to this day, people will look at my business model and be like, it's stupid. You're going to overstretch yourself. You have too much diversity, too much diversity and inclusion. I'm going to leave it at that. No, but the thing is too, though, like they're like, you're doing too much. Like, I literally have people who come in who run card shops, rival card shops in this area. They'll come in and they're like, I don't get your business model. I'll have really arrogant Magic players come in and be like, if you're not running Magic Modern or weeklies or competitive Magic, you're gonna fail as a business, ignoring everything in the store. Like, again, how many businesses would literally close their door tomorrow if Magic the Gathering ceased to exist right now, or it just completely, Wizards of the Coast really screwed it up and it just destroyed, right? How many businesses would close literally the next day, right? I wouldn't. I would shed a tear in the arms of an angel, but that's not our main business. Like, to the point where Lingerer, our Bay Area store in Santa Clara is literally opening up right next to a card shop. Because we're a lounge business. We're the majority of the business is food and beverage sales. We're a cafe lounge. I'm focusing on the player, the gamer, the anime fan, the cosplayer, the casual base. The very people that all of these stores ignore. I'm focusing on them. Right? When a card shop likes to get angry at me, like when a local shop like gets angry at me, and I walk in there and I'm just like, none of my customer base would ever come here. You do not cater to them. Why are you getting mad at me? Like, I think the best compliment I could say is, like, the best thing I can say is this. Like, again, like, a lot of my regulars will know this. Like, I'm a location where I have girls and I have women that come in and they ask us if they can cosplay here. They can just casually cosplay and hang out here. If you do not understand the gravity of that statement, I'm sorry, you're never gonna get it then. Like, if you do not understand it's not me going to them, asking them to cosplay here for an event or for marketing. They're the ones that ask us if they can do it here. That's how comfortable they feel. None of the shops in this area are like that. So, like that's already there. My focus has, for the last 10 years, has always been to build a safe and welcoming community space. And then, yes, then building the business around that to sell to that very community. Not just focusing on one particular aspect of it, but the overall. I didn't just make a bro hangout spot. Bay Area, yes. So just Cali Gaming in Santa Clara. So if you know where the Santa Clara card shop is, near Santa Clara University, literally right next to it, is where the Gamers Heaven Bay Area store is going to open. And that's literally our cafe. I can actually show you guys pictures of it. So they're going to be our first concept of a small lounge, the lounge concept model, actually. So let me go ahead and bring it up. Bring it up. Let me bring up the pictures for everyone. Let me go. There we go. Boom. Just investment. D-Man, we're not selling the entire business. I mean, if someone wants to make a crazy offer to be like our main bankroller, like, I'll listen. But no, I'm selling a portion of the business so that we can prepare for the rest of this year. We can go ahead and start initiating on some of the projects that we had planned for 2025. I had a different title for it, and then someone took it. And then I can't use it anymore because there's a bad context with it. So I have projects that I want to implement this year between our cafe space, our online initiatives, our inventory initiatives, and other initiatives to get our design like that. But no, you're definitely good. No, you're definitely good. If you guys are interested, you guys can check out gamersheaven.com. There's the investment link there. It gives you a high-level overview on what we're doing, what you can invest into, and how you can. And obviously my email. But I'm here, like, literally every day until next Friday. Technically next Saturday, I'm going to be streaming every day, being here so I can answer questions. So we can talk, like, we'll talk about fun topics, controversial topics, casual conversations, but also talk about the business too, because you never know who might be listening in. So I definitely know. No, I'm not franchising out. Coffee. The reason why I'm taking investments right now is back in 2020, when we went first viral on TikTok, we tried franchising, and and then in the preceding 2.5 years, great start, it ended as a nightmare. And I just spent the last 2 years pretty much sacrificing everything, digging ourselves out of debt. And I forever have PTSD from franchising. Pretty much I can never trust anyone with this business ever again. I learned the hard way a lot of things. As well as the market changing. Like, on top of all of that, inflation, prices going up, and the market's completely changing. I essentially had to go back to the drawing board the last 2 years. Like, it's so year 8 and year 9 of the business was pretty much focusing on recovering, rebuilding, paying off our debts. Like, there was no growth because we were just paying things off. We didn't reinvest back. Like, all the money that we should have put into the store back during COVID to make this store the way it should have been, our design language, we went the franchising route to build our flagship store elsewhere because, other people had the resources that we didn't to open up a brand new store. Like, no one back then was going to hand us a blank check to redo this, but other people wanted to franchise. That's why we went that route, because that gave us the greatest chance to really, show the exact design language I wanted to do and the operations we could do. But I'm not going to linger on it because I can go on for hours. I have a video on our YouTube channel if you really want to go watch it, like what happened the last few years. You guys can go watch it there. I released that about 2 years ago. I still stand by it because it's what it is. It's what happens, what happened. Ultimately, it's my fault for trusting the people that I did and rely on the people that I did and letting it go on like to that point. But we did take responsibility. So for those that come through here and they're like, oh, he doesn't learn. This man needs. Like, I've humbled myself the last 2 years. I don't think anyone realizes like just how bad of a situation we got in, and what it took for us to get to this point right now, where we're pretty much almost out of debt, and we can finally put the money back into the business. We can finally rebuild the inventory, work with our partners, rebuild the, like, we can finally start putting it back into here to get it to where it needs to be. Right. So that's where it's at. Exactly. And for like, especially the funding route, like people like, I love how when I get people who call me out and they call me grifter and all this other stuff, they're like, oh, he just wants to fund his failed projects and rely on people. I'm like, then you need to say that about every tech company. Every tech company goes through multiple seed round funding, multiple rounds of investments during their R&D periods. They are literally spending millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars up front to develop these things. Just look at Theranos. Look at all the major tech brands that you know right now. They went through years of burning through millions of dollars, taking losses, burning investor money to develop their platforms until they became profitable. I am literally going through the development process right now. Yes, I'm in 10 years into this, but 10 years developing a brand new concept in this country with no resources. I started with barely $30,000. You do not open up a retail business for $30,000. You do not. And having to get micro investments along the way. I never had everything I needed up front. It was throughout 10 years sprinkled. So, but we still managed. Like I never used that as an excuse. Like, you gotta do what you can with what you have. I'm not gonna just sit here and just complain about what we don't have. It's gonna be, okay, here's what I wanna do. See how much we can raise. Okay, we only raised this much. What can we do with it? And going up there. Yeah, Lost Moon Mare, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the you know, the bit. The term 49 people who open, yeah. Oh, you guys are literally talking about that there, okay. Look at all the, this is all the giveaway stuff. Guys, if you guys are looking at this stuff, this is all the giveaway. Oh yeah, by the way, for the quick little break, for those of you on TikTok or YouTube, and obviously those on Twitch, this is our Twitch giveaway that we are doing. So if you go to our website, gamersheaven.com, the first section is talking about the Twitch giveaway. Free to enter. If you purchase anything on the website, you get every dollar gets you an additional entry into the giveaway, but you can learn about it. We're giving away like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. These are our sponsors. So this is the sponsor half. This is the giveaway side. So this is a part of our seasonal giveaway. So every 4 months, I do every 4 months. Every 3 months. Sorry, my math. I'm Asian. I can't math right now. I can say that. You can laugh at it. It's fine. Did he really say that? Yes, I just did. You can laugh. You're fine. I give you permission to laugh. Okay. I'm a failure. I can't even do the accent. Every 3 months, we do a big giveaway on our Twitch stream to really give back. So for all of the, whether it's you give bits, you do gift subs, or if you purchase anything to the website, it's my way of giving back to the community. Because in all honesty, I would not have gotten through the last 2 years if it wasn't for everyone here, period. So like for me, like other than working hard, other than making sure that we get through this, other than keep pushing through, making sure we don't repeat the mistakes, build us even stronger than ever. On top of all of that, being able to just give back to you guys is important to me in that regard. So there's that. How to invest. Linger. So same thing. If you go to the website, gamersheaven.com, let me bring up the on the page so people can see what it looks like. Let me say. I haven't been using my links very well. Hold on. There we go. Home website. Bam. So yeah, if you go to our website, There's a link for the invest side. I have a major disclosure to please read. If you never get this disclosure on any new investments, do not invest into that company, especially crypto and NFT shit. Do not do it. You should not invest any funds in this offering unless you can afford to lose your entire investment. Ladies and gentlemen, investment does not mean immediate ROIs. There's nothing guaranteed in investments. Investing is just like gambling. Everything is at risk. If you're not willing to risk it, do not put it in there. In making an investment decision, investors must rely on their own examinations of the issuer and the terms of the offering, including the merits and risks involved. These securities have not been recommended or approved by any federal or state security commissions or regulatory authority. This is between us. There are significant risks and uncertainties associated with an investment in the company and securities. I'm letting you know it's at risk because I could fail. You can read through it all there, but read through there. I have the breakdown of the divisions. I have the breakdown of the valuations and what we're trying to do with each funding. And then you can see on the different ways for you to invest. All right. But the biggest thing is this, guys, like this is just a high level overview. That is just a high level overview. Come in here, ask questions. You want to know more about my history? You want to know who I am as a person, as a business owner? Look no further than my YouTube channel. I have vlogs and videos from 10 years ago before I went viral on TikTok. I need you to understand that. Now, it's not, oh, he's just using his fame to get new investors and scam people. Like, look back at how I started. I didn't do this for the fame. I did this because I wanted to build a business I was passionate about. I have not changed at all since 10 years ago in terms of like my vision and who I am as a person and my work ethic. What I do when I do face failure, when I do hit, like when I'm at the rock bottom, what do? Do I just give up and walk away? Or do I move forward? So it's just like, you know, that's there. But I'm here to answer any questions that you guys may have. Or you can go ahead and email me to set up a meeting, because if you want, what's it called? And the thing is, I'm open to negotiations as well. And for those that want to buy a percentage or more on any entity, they want to go ahead and negotiate the valuation, we can talk. This is just a starting point, period. So there's that. TwitchCon, what? Hold on a sec. What are you guys talking about? Is One Piece too long or not long enough? It's just right. For what One Piece is, it's just right. It is an I don't even know what to call it. It's not even a story. It's I forget what's it called. It's like there's a phrase for that. When you combine all of the books in a series, like it's oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Someone save me here. It's a friendship that you don't want to end. I'll put it this way. I don't know how old any of you guys are, but Saga, thank you. But no, for me, it's I've been reading One Piece since 1998, and I've been watching it since 1999. I'm a person that's been following it for literally decades now. The thing is, I don't poo-poo on the people who get into it recently. They binge everything now, right? My only thing is the advantage some of the older folks have is that sense of time has been there. The weight of some of these characters, the weight of, certain arcs and journeys is because we've gone through it from year to year to year, several years per arc and everything, reading it, being emotionally involved, being blindsided, all these things, not having social media spoiling anything. We went into everything blind. It's not like literally what sucks about these days is everybody wants, it's a race to be first. It is a race to be first to put out content out there. No one has this blackout time where everyone has a chance to go and enjoy it. right? When secret endings literally had a meaning, when movies meant something, like anime especially, it was literally like there was no, like YouTube was out there, but you really couldn't get spoilers. Right now, it's like because of the FYP, you scroll through it, all of a sudden I see the ending of the next episode. I'm like, oh, it's already too late. Like Solo Leveling is a prime example of it. I was like, I was like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna be able to get through the Beirut fight by the end of this episode. And literally the first video I pop up on my TikTok, I'm so pissed off at the ending of Solo Leveling. I was like, oh, there it goes. It just got spoiled. And I really hate that. Like, even though I read the manga, I know, but like I do miss that time. I do miss that period and stuff. But like, yeah, no, I watched. We were torrenting episodes, you know, One Piece that long ago. Naruto was the same way. Like, it was a different era, and that's why, like, for those that like to complain about like One Piece, right, the bad animation, how long it was, and the way it was written, it started in the late '90s. It started in that era of shonen and weekly animes, right? It's a victim of its own time period. We didn't care. Yes, we got pissed off at filler episodes, but that's because it caught up to the manga. Like for those of you that don't know, there are 2 Full Metal Alchemists that exist. People tend to forget about the first go around. Like, literally people do. The first go around, they caught up to the manga and they didn't want to wait. So they took the story and just ran with it on their own route. And the manga and the original Full Metal Alchemist through the Return to Shambhala could not be any more different. Like, the endings are so wildly different. You're like, how did they all start off with the same story? It's like someone blindly tracing a line. Like, here's the line, but the person was like, do 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 do, and like they went that way. Like Linger, I agree. Like, I'll put it this way, I don't hate the tangent. Like, I don't hate it. I didn't really have access to the Full Metal Alchemist manga because, again, we were limited by the technology of our time. We were. Hold on, let me TikTok verification. Yeah, we were limited by the technology of our time. I could not read the Full Metal Alchemist manga. I didn't have access to it. So I just watched the anime. And I did not realize that, when I watched the anime, I got very confused by the end. And the Return to Shambhala movie was interesting, and I liked it. I still like it to this day. And then we found out about Brotherhood, and then they were like, yeah, Brotherhood's going to follow more closely to the manga. I'm like, oh, where did it deviate? And then I started watching. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a completely different story. Nina still hit hard on both. I gotta admit, I think what you gotta do is, if you guys want to watch the Full Metal Alchemist anime, watch the first half of the original series, then watch Brotherhood. Like, it will line up just right. But the original, stop. Joshua, thank you for the sub. Let's go. 13 months now. Let's go. Guys. Oh, by the way, guys, thank you guys for answering each other's questions if I'm missing them. Guys, if I'm missing a particular question that I haven't touched upon or answered, please go ahead and pin it up top, mods, if you guys could. Obviously, I'm doing open discussions, but I forgot. I wanted to talk about... Hold on. I want to show you guys the... Here we go. Nice. Okay, it's still there. Okay, sweet. I wanted to show you guys the cafe design. What the? Wait, where'd it go? There we go. Sorry, guys. Like, I just wanted to... make sure we got up there. Transition. I really gotta disable that. The Ringo's laughing there. All right, hold on. I didn't realize the music ended. Let me put on. You know what? We need some. I need some peaceful music. Violin music calms me down. I just need a way to calm me down a bit. Boys, I appreciate it, man. So I'm more of an instrumental person. Violin and piano music always just puts me to sleep, but it calms me down too. I definitely felt myself getting up there. But what we're seeing right now, guys, this is the 3D renders of the cafe space that is currently being built out right now in the Bay Area in California. Concrete was done, drywalling is complete. They're now working on the tiling, the painting, the furniture going in. They're in the final stages. But you know, this is obviously the back kitchen area. This is the back of the space, so it's a long space. It's the end of a shopping strip, so the whole sides are covered by windows. Small play area. This is going to be where. Oh, geez, this is way too zoomed in. Hold on. Just realized how zoomed in this is. Oh my goodness. That is way too zoomed in. There we go. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, so now you guys can see it better. So. Here you go. This is what this. You can see a better look at the cafe area now. This is the back of the store. This is where the play spaces will be. The retail sections would be. It's going to be a little bit tight, but again, it's meant to be a lounge space. There's also going to be outdoor seating available, obviously. Window seating, obviously, so just like a cafe. Now, you guys are only seeing the black and white version of it, so you don't see the full, like the design language, the TVs, the electronics, and everything else. That's going to be to come. So that's when you enter the buildings, what you're gonna be looking at. These are different kitchen spaces. Let's go! Thank you for the follow. And it's the front corner here. Yeah. And the thing is, this is gonna be like what we're hoping is after, like, so. Why we need to raise the funds too is next month, I want that architect to come in and also design our space. They've already done many cafes throughout California, and I've been honestly impressed with the work that they've done. And so I'm interested in seeing, how they will take our, pretty much how we want to build our business and what they would do with it. Like, I'm really intrigued on how they would do that. The Bay Area store is taking our concept with the local concept and kind of blending it together. Ultimately, depending on how it looks, I might just be like, "Yo, copy paste," and we do that there. Running on Fortnite. If you opened up in Alaska, my girlfriend wouldn't see me. Oh, hold on. I think I have construction images too. Yeah, here you go. So this was a few weeks ago. So this is after pretty much the drainage, water lines, the electricity, everything was approved. So drywalling started. This was like 2 weeks ago. So it's coming along. If you guys know California law, California regulations, it took forever to get to this point. But they got there. Pennsylvania will be a lot easier, so we don't have to worry about that. Put the news back on. Oh, man. Any thoughts on retro anime to start kids on? they should just start with the current ones. To be honest, I'll put it this way: it's not like when I introduce Disney movies to my kids, I'm gonna start with the ones that are closest to their generation. Just like me, like when I was growing up, I started with The Lion King, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, right? And then from there, I would go back, like, oh, what other Disney movies are there, right? And I would go back. Like to them, like my boys, like me personally, my favorite Disney movie is Aladdin. I can recite that movie line by line. But my boys both love Frozen, so like, that's definitely fine there. And so that's what I've been looking into. So I don't know. So I'll put it this way: my boys are 8 and 6. I've been trying to get them to watch anime, but they haven't. They're like, none of them have taken the bite. Like they're like, oh, like my son, my oldest would come in like, oh, you're watching this again? Like, oh, like he's no interested. Like I'm watching Solo Leveling. Like this epic battles going on, right? The fight between him and Tusk, right? It's just like going epic, and he's like, it's okay. I'm like, but ever since they got into Pokemon the last few months, they've been watching Pokemon. So I'm like, okay. So it begins. Like I'm just like, okay, let it go. Let's go. When I do play video games at home, like Final Fantasy VII, they'll sit down and watch. Like they just want to sit and watch me play. Like I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Oh hell yeah, coffee. Let's go. 10,000 years can give you such a crick in the neck. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Yunzers, no dividends. Profits were not guaranteed in year one or anything like that. Even back in the previous rounds, we had discussed 5-10 year plans the entire time, and so there were no dividends. The franchising side ended up falling through, and we spent the last 2 years recovering from that. Actually, now I'll put it this way: like depending on how you take that, I could have just quit 2 years ago when it all failed, and no one would have any investments now. But keep in mind, I would be the biggest loser in that regard. 10 years into this, my family has put several $100,000 into this business over the last 10 years. I'd be the biggest loser in that regard, in like just walking away like that. So no, I don't have an incentive to quit, but the last 2 years have been the most difficult, for sure. But we got out of it. And you can take that in one of two ways. I'm just an abject effing failure in your eyes, or you can look back at our 10-year history. This is not anything new in terms of like we have our ups and downs, but we've always constantly grown. Like again, a lot of people like to look at what I've done in the last 10 years as just complete failing. But look at it objectively, between the revenues growing, the stores growing, constantly changing, but for the better. Like we wouldn't be where we're at right now if it wasn't for those changes and experimenting. Even the franchising side, a lot of bad things happen, but a lot of good things came out of it too. Like I'm not like, what's it called here? But I'll be blatantly honest. No, we didn't make any money. Like we've lost money year over year. I have not had a profitable year in 10 years. Like again, at face value, you're gonna be like, oh, that's just you're a shitty business to invest into, and that's your opinion. That's fine. Like, no, that's a fact. No, like you're taking that at zero context. Like what's it called here? Like I'm just waiting. Like I'm waiting for the one troll comment to come in. I'm gonna ignore it, but like I'm just stressing ahead of time. Like you can look at our history and decide for yourself whether or not that's the case. I started underfunded. I started with less than 10% of what my budget should have been 10 years ago. I still went for it. Found micro investors along the way to make incremental improvements, investments, and changes along the way. I started with zero inventory in like cans of Cokes and bags of chips from Costco. That's how I started. And then we just kept reinvesting. Everything we made kept going back in. I couldn't get any long-term loans from the bank, so I've always had to get short-term MCA loans. If you're familiar with those, I always had to do that. And even the investment rounds that came in, it was to fund the franchising process, right? The franchising process took hundreds of thousands of dollars to get off the ground first. You know what? Let me go ahead and pivot. Like at this point, like I don't need to defend myself. Everything's already out there. You can make your own opinion. If you guys actually have serious questions regarding that, I can explain the like more the nitty gritty. But I'm still here. Oh, Yunzers. So I used to own 80% of the business. I'm currently down to 65. 65, so I'm still majority. I have 10% available, which will bring me down to 55%. And I'm not really budging any further than that. Maybe to 14, which will bring me down to 51, but up to 10 is available. That's what I'm doing right now because there's a lot of things. Essentially, the last 2 years, we've been focusing on, obviously, getting ourselves out of the debt that we accumulated during the failed franchise process. Even the investment, right? The CF round. What sucked about that entire situation is it cost us over $40,000 to get that launched. All right, so technically, gross, in terms of what we actually raised from that campaign, it was a little over $300,000. $40,000 of it went to the upfront cost, and then almost a quarter of it went to administrative fees, the banking fees, all the people that had their hands in it and stuff. Ultimately, we have received about $240,000 of it. We launched that in November of 2022. We didn't see any of those funds until the summer of 23 when it was too late. Because alongside with the franchise operations just tanking, again, like I take responsibility. I'm not going to go like it's water under the bridge now. I'm not going to sit here and point fingers. Franchising did not work out. And we essentially had to borrow against those investments because in order to continue operations, because the stores were supposed to open in early 2022. They still weren't open by 23. And we had to supplement all the costs and operations to keep it going and stuff. But pretty much by April of 2023, I had to recognize, I was like, this isn't working anymore. We had accumulated an immense amount of debt on the inventory side, on the operational side. I literally sacrificed my own paycheck to pay my employees, right, to make sure that they were going. I borrowed money to pay my employees. Like it got to a point where we got up to like 1.3 million in debt. Like that's how bad it got by April 2023. So like, and I borrowed against it. So like I took out debts, to pay for the marketing, to pay for the investment, to pay for the distribution, all the operations and payroll and all that other stuff. And so by the time it came out, I had to divvy it all out because I borrowed against it. It's like you're still taking out the retirement, but you also borrowed against it. So, but when it's due, you're like, well, you don't really get anything because you have to pay off what you borrowed from it. So I was like, okay. But what sucked about that was like, if any of you were CF round investors, you guys know this, where when I launched the campaign, the person who had consulted me, I paid to help me get this thing going. I set the minimum to $250,000, thinking that because he's the one that told me I had to set it at that level at least. I could have set it low as $10,000. The minimum threshold was going to be at what point the funds would be able to be released so I can utilize them. I come to find out he made me set it up higher so he can get a higher commission. He obviously he got fired from the company and everything, but ultimately he screwed me over. And so I had to wait like 7 more months than I should have to get those funds out. So it was just like, damn, like it was just a series of like unfortunate events that just led to that downfall. And again, like, April 2023, especially like September 2023, when I lost all the stores and just things were just spiraling out of control, I should have walked away at that point. Like at that point would have been like, no, everyone would understand if I gave up. But I was sitting with that much debt. If I declared bankruptcy, I would have been screwed. My family would have been, because my name's on all of it, right? my wages would have been garnished, and it just completely destroys my family financially. But instead, what we did was we hunkered down. We had very difficult discussions with my team, the current partners at the time, and my family, and we committed through obviously the rest of 23 and all of last year. And it was tough, but we pushed through, and we're here with over 800,000 of it gone. All of the bad debt. I have 3 more payments of the bad debt, the small payments. They're gone. All the remaining debt is personal loans with me. So like, even if I declare bankruptcy, it doesn't, like, what's it called? Like, it dissipates. It's nothing with the credit companies, nothing with the distributors.
Drink, bitch. Oh, drink.
So it's none of that. Like, we're finally in a position where it's like, yo, we did it, right? But, you know, obviously with all of that, though, the downside of it was the home store never got, like, during that entire time, the home store never got the changes it needed. The upgrade, like, we had to replace the flooring, we had to replace furniture, upgrade our fixtures, build out the cafe. We had none of it. So, like, the store just got by with what it had the last few years. Chairs were breaking down. Like, I could replace nothing. I couldn't buy new inventory. Like, we rotated the small things, but like, I got nothing new because I couldn't afford to. Everything we sold had to go out. It was a long 2 years, but we got through it. I'm currently in the last few months of it. We went from paying $30,000 a month to $10,000 a month. It was 9 months of paying $30,000 a month on top of everything else. And then we're on final payments right now. And after June, we're going to be free. But, you know, for me, like, starting January, you know, I want, like, we literally had, like, if you came to my store during Christmas, we had nothing. I had a conversation 2 days ago with a potential investor. He was like, so how much inventory do you have on hand? I was like, well, back in December, I had maybe zero. Maybe 1,000 or two. $1,000 or $2 in inventory for a retail business is you're not even a store. What the hell are you? How are you even surviving? Like, most stores should be sitting on at least several $100,000 worth of inventory on hand that can rotate. I didn't do that. I kept selling just to pay these bills. But starting in January, with some of the new investors that did come in, some of the extra funds that we did have left over, we were able to start purchasing new inventory. We got the Gundams, we got some new figures. Our sponsors started coming on board a little bit, and all of a sudden, like, the gears started churning. And it got me thinking, even right now, like, you know, we're going into April where my life is going to completely change with my daughter coming in. So my operations have to change, but we have to start implementing changes to the cafe, and we got to rebuild certain things. So I was just like, not that it's now or never. All right. I've gone 10 years without being given a blank check. All right. We've always gotten by with what we have and grinding it through. So I'm just seeing what I can do for next month, essentially, going forward. Sorry, I've like over-explained all of this. I do apologize, guys. Cameron, I really appreciate your comment. Yeah, it was... you guys don't know how humbling it is. Like, yes, I've learned to ignore the trolls, but it's not like it doesn't hurt me when I see those comments. It's like, I'm just like, you're kicking a person while he's down. It's just like, but you gotta persevere and push through. No, we're still in the red because I still have the personal loans, but my payments went from $30K from July through December, $10,000 from January to June. After June, they go down to $2,000, which is super manageable. And if you ask any business owner, your debt or loan payments being $2,000 a month is super reasonable compared to what I've been doing. There are people that wish they were in our position, so it's just like, we'll get there. But in terms of that, like just because we paid off our debts doesn't mean our mission's over, because This is why, like, since January, I've been working on these renovation and projects and planning out what I want to do this year, because we got to keep growing. I can never stop innovating. I can never stop, like, even with no money, making the changes to the store, upgrading what I can, reusing things. Like, I have to keep it going. If you're just being here to survive, you're eventually going to die. Like, you need to also plant the seeds so that you can continue to grow or even maintain. And so, like, yeah. And so, like, that's what we've been doing. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Like, if I can get a little bit ahead, like, my God, if we raise the my upper limit, which is not my upper limit, but my Plan C budget, cuffs are off. Team is fully staffed. We have the resources we need. We are just going into Q2 full steam ahead. And then the store is free. What's it called? For the first time, the store can actually just be left alone. Because the problem I had during the first couple years of doing the franchise operations in the store is the franchise operation kept borrowing from the store. I had to kept taking from the store to maintain. So eventually, like, the store got exhausted out. And now finally, once this is done, the store is finally just free to operate on its own, to maintain its own expenses and everything like that, not having to deal with all these externals. So last year, the store did lose money because of the down year. Increase, like, our rent and utilities going up 33% did not help. But we still fared better. So to keep this in mind, like, when my bookkeeper, I'll put it this way, my conversation with my bookkeeper on the year-end numbers at the beginning of 2024, going over 2023, versus this past January, going over 2024, where it's night and day. Like, last year's conversation going over 23 was like, what is all this? Like, she was like ripping her, like, she was about to like murder me. This past year was like, so what would you like to know? You guys did a lot better. Things are definitely improving. You guys did a lot better than the previous year. I'm just like, but you're not yelling at me. She's like, no, it's good. Like, it's fine. Like, and we, like, what sucks is, like, when you're in the moment, when you're struggling and you're looking at the numbers, you can't pay that. You didn't pay yourself. You have to pay this. You have to pay. Like, I prioritize my staff over myself, which is, you know, my wife's pregnant. I'm raising a family, so it's like, you know, but I prioritize them, and in that moment, you can't help feel like you're a failure. Like you're like, oh, can we still keep going? And then you look at the numbers and look back at what you accomplished. And you're like, oh, yeah. Like, we look at the numbers, we're like, yeah, the store lost money, but it didn't have a good holiday season, but we didn't have any product. We've had the same product for 2 years, the same statues, the same figures, the same pop-up, the same Nendroids. We've had, because the thing is, guys, why we had such an inflated inventory loan was because in the franchising process, on top of getting the offices, the training facilities, the legal fees, consultation fees, getting the warehouse space to purchase inventory to help stores open, because new stores can't just get product overnight. You know, they have to open up these accounts, they have to build up the business, where we can go ahead and pre-purchase a lot of this stuff to help a store open. So we, like, it wasn't a matter of just getting a box of a figure. We got a pallet of a figure, cases of figures. So, like, a Hatsune Miku pop-up, like, for example, like this Nendroid, right? Great if you have, like, oh, like, if you have 6 or 12, that's fine. We had to buy 300 of these. 300. We bought 300 pieces. We were trying to supply at the time when we ordered them. And we ordered these things in 2020, 2021, and parts of 2022 to get ready, because we ordered small in the beginning because we're like, we didn't know how many stores would open by the end of 21. But, like, all right, 2022, we had several contracts and letters of intent signed. Like, we were looking at it, so we're like, okay, by the end of 22, we should have potentially 2 to 3 stores, 5 potentially, but let's go ahead and plan for 2 to 3 plus ours, convention stock, and so forth. So we're like, okay, we did that. And obviously everything fell apart in 23, but everything started arriving in 23. Pallets upon, like, I literally had a pallet of one Zoid, a pallet of one figure, and it was just like we were staring down hundreds of thousands of dollars in product that we took on debt. That was like, how am I going to move all this? We did it in 2 years. We did it in the last 2 years. So it was definitely, yeah, that was the rough part. That was, my God. I still have a few lingering, but they're like, I'm okay to keep those. Like, they round out the shelf a little bit, but that was the rough part. That was, damn. But yeah, that was the rough part too. Like last year, like, we had the same stuff that we've had for 2 years. So it was like, it was no wonder why, sales could have dropped. But like, compared to other mutuals in the industry who have millions of dollars in product, they have millions of dollars in product. They used to rub it in my face. Millions of dollars in inventory diversity. When the distributors overpurchased, they were liquidating. They ate them all up. The very people that were kind of like rubbing it in my face, some of them are bankrupt now. Some of them are in the process of closing. Some of them took massive hits last year. I'm talking 6-figure, 7-figure negatives operations in this past year. Like, it's been bad. I may have fallen 15%, but there are businesses that fell 20, 40, 60, 80, double, like triple digit, like negatives. There was a business that made over $8 million 1 year, and he barely made $1 million last year. Like, night and day drastic difference. And so, like, it's happening. It's happening across the board. So it's just like, it's what's happening there. Are you going to keep up the aggressive Oh God, no. Yunzers, we learned from that. So we're not doing an aggressive convention schedule. We're only doing a handful in our region, and the shows that we've done in the past that did make money. We have a different convention strategy now, so it's definitely more sales focused than it was marketing and sales. And the first new strategy, so the Brobalt. First off, what's up, Cloud Killer? Wait, what's Brobalt? I don't know what Brobalt is. Is that a show? But either way, so for the first time, so last year I experimented with a few. You gotta have beat. You're confusing me, buddy. You're confusing me right now. It's a thumbs up emo. What? Okay. Is there a last day? Oh no, lifetime memberships are just when we're down to our last 23. So they're it's just, what's it called? It's until they sell out. So we're down to our last 23 of those. But the show, like, I'll put it this way: the last October and November, I implemented the new sales strategy at 2 shows. And those were the first 2 shows since MegaCon 2021 where we actually made a profit. I was shocked. I was like, wait, we actually made money this time. Coffee, if you want, please go check it out on our website, gamersheaven.com. It goes over all the benefits that are including it with it. Keep in mind, too, we are constantly adding new things, too. Because so we launched the Cafe 7 portion of the business, which means lifetime members got grandfathered in to a lifetime free beverage or boba tea, coffee or boba tea beverage every day for life at the store. So obviously, no, we're not across the country yet, but like, there's already a couple people in the Bay Area who are looking like, oh, I'm taking advantage of this. And I have a couple people here who take advantage of it as well, too. But then later on, as we keep developing other things, that's going to be involved in there. It's a Twix extension with. Oh, is it like Calculator? Is it like the oh my God, Blurp? Like, it's like Blurp, right? Where it gives additional emotes and like sound effects, right? Is it similar to that? Yeah, but what's it called here, guys? Yonzers, if you're still here, when we implemented it, so MegaCon was our first big show of the year where I was like, okay, let's go all in. Let's go all in with this new strategy. And with that new strategy as well, too, doesn't involve me going. So on top of implementing a new sales strategy, operationally and execution-wise, I'm no longer going to the shows. We essentially contracted out, and we're sending obviously our staff as well too, and trusting them to prepare for, pack for, go, unload, set up, run the show, and come back. So that I'm not gone for a week plus just traveling and doing a show. I can still stay home, still operate the business, still do the content creation, do the streaming, take care of my family and so forth. Because I'm at the point now where I can't do what I did a couple of years ago anymore. I just can't. It's gonna break my family if I do that. So it's just like I got to be careful with that. But it was an overwhelming success. They made a solid profit. They killed it at the show to the point where we committed to a couple other shows this year. So we're doing C2E2 in Chicago next month. We're doing Philly Fan Expo because it's literally right down, not right down the street, but it's within. We don't have to get a hotel. We just drive every day. We are doing Rhode Island Anime Con in Providence in June. Nothing in July, nothing in August. We're doing DreamHack Dallas because we got asked to come in to do something there. And then we will do Rhode Island Comic Con in November. Maybe New York Comic Con or Anime NYC. I absolutely still hate the Javits Center. I hate the unions. I hate the show decorator that runs there because they're on my list at this point. They're completely wronged me, racially profiled me, and literally, what's it called? Like I can't work with that group again. It's just like, it was bad. God, the amount of terrible conversations I've had, interactions with that group. I'm just like, but I'm not the one going this time. So I have an entire group of people that don't look like me. So they're just like, maybe we'll go. I'm like, the Javits Center, like the layout, the look of it in the city, it's great. It's great. I hate dealing with it. And then now with the congestion, the congestion pricing and the toll fee, like it is getting ridiculously expensive to do a show in New York. It really is. Same thing with like LA and a bunch of the major cities around the country. So it's just like, huh? See how you're gonna be using the privileges sometime? Let's go. Aaron, oh yeah, that's right. You did have an order. We gotta do your spins. Yeah, I saw it come through after I rated it out. So I was like, oh, that was a little late. Let me get the wheel up. I don't have the wheel up right now, actually, so. Prompter, I need that as display. Let's get the wheel. If you guys are hearing the loud banging and stuff, they're playing the, I don't know if you guys saw it at Costco, if any of you go to Costco. It's this giant Tetris game. Like the Giant Connect 4, but it's a Tetris board that swivels on a mount. You gotta put the blocks on it one at a time as you roll a dice. And you literally have to make sure it doesn't fall. Like it's like Jenga, right? So that's what's being played over there right now. Balanced Tetris. Collector's loot, I do not. I mean, I do have some, but I don't sell online. I barely get any product. I don't get enough. When people are like, why don't you sell online? I don't get anything. Like I literally don't. I get like minute restocks and they're gone the next day. Like to the point where like I actually had to go, but like so the one complaint I received in the Pokemon pricing is my recent ETBs that I picked up. I bought them from Walmart. Like I bought it at like full MSRP, or actually they're charging a little bit more now. But I had to buy them, so like we had to make a slight markup on those. So my guys were like, I thought you were like, we got called out. I was like, the guy went really pissed off at me. I explained to him, I'm like, yeah, I sell everything else to you guys at MSRP, and before all this happened, I sold at below market so that we can move it and sell it to you. I made minimal profit, and I'm asking you to pay $5 or $10 more above what I purchased for these so I can make something on it. And he was like, oh, I understand now. I'm like, I'll put it this way too. Like I got 2 restocks of 151 booster bundles. Aaron, I'll get to you after this. I got 3 restocks of 151 booster bundles. The first ones, I got it at the wholesale rate. The second one, I had to pay $70 per booster bundle. So I had to sell it above there. And then the very next batch was at the wholesale rate again. So it was cheaper. And people I literally had to show them my invoice. Like I'm at the point where I had to like show people my invoice to show that I'm not trying to screw them over. It's like, this is what we had to pay for them. Oh God, sorry. I absolutely hate what's happening. This is Darkness Ablaze, Champion's Path all over again. That's what this is. Evolving Skies too. It's that entire like point in time. It's deja vu is literally what's going on. And I think it's worse now than it's ever been. But we got the wheel up, so let me get that going. Why isn't it popping up? Hold on. Why isn't the wheel going? Oh, geez. Hold on. Oh, that's what it did. Reset transformation. Oh, my gosh. There we go. I was like, what is happening to my wheel? There we go. There we go. Okay. My wheel was broken for a second. Transition. Okay. All right. The schwa wheel. We'll do like this. This is easier this way. All right, Aaron. Also, really quick before we even get started, Aaron, I need to know what punishments you want me to add the 3 to, or are you adding a new one? You didn't put. I didn't see you put that in there.
I appreciate it. You really, really do.
Danny, I'm not revisiting that. I'm pissed at the response too, but I have to move on. At least we got through it once, and hopefully we'll get through again. Hell yeah. Nerdo King and Collector's Loot. I'm hoping that after, it may not be until the fall or early next year, because the rocket set's looking amazing. And so we're going to have to see like how it goes from there. The only saving grace I can think of is, I don't want it to happen, but if the, I'll put it this way, like, the things...
$9. It's my judge payment. Pre-release.
Okay, Aaron, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We're gonna have to wait for a second. He's got judge packs.
Yes, because I just finished running the pre-release for this set.
We got
so-
packs. We can open up
Okay.
Jerry Together packs.
All right.
Yes, we want the Clefairy.
Clefairy is the chase one. Yeah.
Clefairy. We want Clefairy. Clefairy.
Very.
All right. Chalk, Cubone, and you'll see if it's best.
Tilt it so they can see it on the
No. They just need to see the chase cards. We're not a rip and ship channel. Oh. Okay.
This card is actually not terrible though.
All right. Hold on.
Oh look, it looks like the tickets.
Yeah.
The tickets when you go to the con.
All right. I don't get the whole like going through each one. The last three cards.
It's the last three.
Whoosh. Okay.
That's because you have no sense of anticipation.
Who are these Pokemon? Pangoro?
Yeah, it's like a panda.
This sounds like a cappuccino. I don't know.
And that
Hooja!
ladies and gentlemen,
Whoa! Let's go.
shows you how old Andrew is.
We
He
got
doesn't know the
Brock's
Pokemon.
scouting. We got a full art, baby.
Nothing.
Let's go. Get that Clefairy. We got it. We got one hit though. We got one hit.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
it's an EX.
It's an EX. It's an EX. All right. It's something. It's something.
And Mammoth. I actually really wanted this one.
All right.
Mammoth Mine EX.
He got what he wanted. That's
Yeah.
fine. 1, 2, 3. You know what sucks is their new cutting method. It's gonna be hard for you to get any Gen Mint
Any
10s.
exact gems.
These are like what they're doing. They're literally mass cutting them, and they're already coming up damage on the sides and white. All right. What is this? Oh, I know Metapod.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. What is this? It's an illustration, man, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Like and
He's
rock.
streaming, so I'm like, we're ripping this.
Let's go. 3
Double.
and
Oh, that's the
it's
regular.
literally the same one. Let's go.
All right. Let's see what I get in this one.
All right.
Spike Energy. Spiky. Q5. Magmortar. Nah, nothing too good with this.
All right. We'll add these to the bucket. No,
These are mine.
I
What
know.
do you
I
mean?
gotta. You gotta add this to what I gotta buy from you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see another. I see another nice
Oh.
motor on here.
Another thing. You see, I like doing it upside down, so
Yeah.
I don't get the.
I'm really bad about that.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, you got another EX out of there.
Cool one, Volcanion EX.
Can we get another full art? Here we go. Focus. What is this? Oh!
Let's go! Yes! That's worth so much. It's not the chase, but it is definitely a chase.
I literally read this Pokemon wrong. It was what, Remoraid?
Remember, that's a Gen 2 Pokemon.
I don't know Gen 2. I'm Gen 1. I stopped at the silver.
Yeah, that's in silver.
I don't remember this.
My God.
I literally I read it as Remrod. I was like, okay.
That is
Holy
sick.
hell. So is this SI or hyper rare? This is a hyper rare,
I
right?
think it's hyper rare, yeah.
Nice.
And this one's probably.
It's my family's luck.
Oh, Wailord.
All right, and then is this a double? 3, 2. Nope. Okay.
I actually.
Well, let's go. Wait, this is the box art.
Yeah.
We got the cover art. Let's go.
Yeah, I got, what is this, 2 X's, a hyper rare, SIR, and then a full art design. Pretty good.
The centering is not the greatest on this one. This would be like an 8 or 9.
Cheers.
If you want to get it graded, let me know.
I don't care.
I'll send another batch out for grading. This one's actually really good too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Holy Zoroark, Danny.
Holy Zorok, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so get these double sleeved pronto,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
If you end up selling or trading that, let me know, but I'll buy it from
I
you.
mean, if anything, I'll probably do it at the card show.
It will be mine. We're raising the funds so I can buy out his binder so we can combine them in.
We also have
We also have some old seal stuff that we're going to be looking to trade too. So I got some XY evolution packs, and I forgot that I gave him these a couple years ago.
No, it was,
so,
like, it was like only one
oh,
year
that's like
ago.
last year. Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I was holding on to them to do like a giveaway for a big event, and I just never
Yeah.
actually did it.
But let's go. We got you good pulls, man.
Those are good pulls. I'm happy.
All done by me though. Recognize. You see, I always do well for other people, but I don't do well for myself. I don't ever pull good things for me. It's always for other people. 2 for It movie, 1 for Goosebumps game. Got it. All right, let me go ahead and add that in. Gosh, that was good. That was good. Now, keep in mind, guys, those are his packs for judging. He's a Pokemon professor too, so he does get promo packs out of it. So that's what that is. We're not a rip and ship channel. What's it called? Actually, no. We'll be a rip and ship channel for Ichiban Kuji. Oh yeah. By the way, chat. One of the things that, like, another thing that I want to purchase. I found a supplier. I found a supplier in Taiwan, as well as in Japan, that's willing to sell us Ichiban Kuji. So once I have the funds to do it, I will be purchasing Ichiban Kuji again. So like the actual tickets and everything. So we'll get those in. Played so much Red, I killed the internal battery. Hell yeah. Let's go. All right, let me go and add those to the list. The punishments that Aaron suggested. Let's go. So 2 for the It movie marathon. That's up to now 30. Goosebumps game. By the way, let me turn this off. So this is the wireless one. I have the Wired Pro in front of me. For those of you that don't have these super duper amazing custom keyboards, so that really heavy ones with the really soft clicks, for those of you that just like a budget, like this is great. Their new TKL line, I've been using it. I absolutely love it. I love how this feels. This is probably one of the best keyboards I've used. And again, I'm not just saying it just because like I work with them, but just like the reason why I've been working with them is when I visited them in, wait, holy hell, what? TCG Player has that card for how much? No, it does not. Hold on. Holy crap. Okay. It is, okay. It's 3 people who are clearly scalping it right now. They're doing it. No one's purchased it. There are 4 available with 3 sellers. It just started. It's pre-release. It's not gonna. We'll see where it actually ends up. So, we'll see. It's the hyper rare. He's got 2. It's. Let me go. You know what, Aaron? Let's do your spins. I'm going to go on a quick break because I've been going for 2.5 hours. I do need to use the restroom. I didn't eat. I'm going to have a little Uncrustable there. We're going to eat an Uncrustable, and I'm going to talk to them about that card because we're getting ready for. So, again, we're not hyper focusing on Pokemon, but it's not. But also, we're not ignoring it. That's why I started getting the cards graded. I started building the binder. I started trading. We already got some first trades yesterday, so I'm getting my hands. Like, I've done Magic in the past. I've done Final Fantasy and Magic. Then Colin took over. So I'm not new to the game, but I'm just like, I got to get used to the current game of Pokemon. So I'm just like figuring it out. I think it's set up to 16 hours. Two layers of sound dampening. don't know. It doesn't say. I haven't fully tested it. I mean, I could test it out for you guys in terms of. But this was put it this way. This I plugged this into the TV to go and do this. It's been on for 48 hours, so it still works. So that might be it. So we'll see it. All right, but the wheels the wheel spins have been added. Let's go in and bring back up. Bring this up here. Now Aaron got 3. So let me go and put this back over here. He got 3. So we're gonna get 3 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what he gets. Spin number 1. Oh, I know. He told me. I messaged him about it. He finally got me. A12 and Kitsune Arcade. I can answer that question when I come back. Let me just do these spins. If you're willing to kind of step away and come back with me, I'll be more than happy to do that with you. A12. Let me get that first. That is the Black Tactical Keychain. Let's go. From our friends of Echelon. Spin number 2. So close. So close. B5. That is the Moonmei Jet Tag. And then final spin. Let's go. Best of luck, Aaron. Come on. Oh, come on. S1. 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 All right. It's a mystery patch. Aaron, do you have any of these ones still? I don't know if I've sent. Okay, you already have these. All right, no worries on that. All right, I'll have to do the patch when I process the shipping. Okay. All right. Got you settled, man. I got you on the side. You know what? I might as well. You know what? When I come back. No, I don't have any more of those, unfortunately. But when I come back, I will go ahead and answer Kitsune Arcade's question, as well as process Aaron's order. I might as well just ship it right now. I can just process it. But Kitsune, if you can't stick around, oh my God, Nerdo King with all the bits and gifts donations. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm managing 3 chats at once, so I can't see it all. Depends on your budget, though. No, you can stick around, but to be honest, it's depending on your budget. It's either you have a marketing budget or you don't. When you don't have it, you use all the free ones available to you. All the social media is available to you for free. So even Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, use YouTube Shorts, use all the above. The worst thing to do is do nothing. So you're like, oh, I don't have any money to do anything. Nope, you have a phone, you can market. We can talk about that when I get back. So with that said, you know what? Let me leave you guys with words on stream. Do I have that? I have the restroom one. We'll just leave this up. You guys can chit chat for a bit. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna be too long. I'll be RB.
I'm bored. I'm taking over. Oh, not that one. Where's the restroom? What did I do? Did I break this? I don't know if I'm breaking this or not. Oh no. Okay, yeah. No, that's. Whoops! I clicked that too fast. Where did he put this restroom thing? Oh, hold on. There it is. Bam. Okay. Now you can see. Hi everyone. Yeah, I was just here running the Pokemon fairly, so I'm just chilling now. I also like taking over the stream when Andrew's away because it's fun. Yeah, I can finally relax now because it's all done. Yeah, those polls I got earlier. Saying bye to my players as they head out.
What are you doing?
I got bored.
You can talk to him. Actually, it gives me time to eat my.
Oh yeah, if you gotta go eat, go do that.
I got my Uncrustable.
Ooh, Uncrustables.
Have you tried a Zevia yet? Are you?
So we actually, because I worked at a Whole Foods style grocery store before I came over here full time, and we had those there, and I never tried them.
Are you so Coke, cream soda, or root beer? Cream root beer.
You said Coke?
I have Coke, cream soda, or creamy root beer. Would you like to try? You'll be shocked. This is the best. This is seltzer water.
Seltzer.
This is seltzer water. It's not Coke Zero. It's just fizzy water. It's clear. It's just water. It's,
Okay.
it's like Perrier, but a flavor. You're gonna be confused,
Ooh,
right?
it does taste like Coke, yeah.
Approved. Zevia, 1,000% approved. I tweaked my ankle.
I don't usually drink carbonated stuff, so I'm gonna have to get used to that.
Welcome, first time chat. Oh, wait.
Oh, that's
Who's Galaxy Hop? They know
that's
you.
Damien. That's one of the players who was
they're
literally
here?
just here.
Oh, they just left. Okay. Right now, all the players are showing off all the cars they pulled.
Yeah. There's a lot of we got a lot of cool stuff. Nobody got the Clefairy from what I saw, so that's unfortunate. But there, yeah, this set's really cool. It's a good Pokemon set. Thanks for a great. Yeah, look, I'm always happy whenever people come out, and as hopefully we'll start getting more pre-release stuff again because demand is just insanely high. Just
Compared to 10 years ago, I would have never imagined Pokemon game was played like this.
yeah, no, it is insane. Yeah. Yeah.
Who won the pre-release?
I think there was 2 people that were 3-0 at the end of it. That was actually one of them.
They got
Galaxy
promo
Hop, he
packs?
was one of them.
They got promo packs?
No, so for a pre-release, it's just everyone gets participation packs because it's very easy to just open nothing good in your pre-release packs and not be able to play. So that's why I'm just like, I don't want people to worry about that. And also, you know, for the younger kids that come, it's like, they're probably gonna get matched against the older people, and I don't want them to worry about like, oh man, I'm getting crushed by adults. I won't get anything. Nah, everyone gets something. Yeah.
He's so happy with his pull right now. You guys have no
Dude,
idea.
that's, yeah,
I
like,
want back. He's like glowing.
cause I mean, like, if that holds value until the card show, like, that's gonna be like,
That's trade fodder right
yeah,
there,
I'm
baby.
just putting that out like right there. I gotta get like one of the like stands we have those stands somewhere. I don't know where they ended up.
Oh, I'm gonna order a collector case.
Oh yeah,
We'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
Put it in there.
Hey, what's up, Deke? Yeah.
Alright, let's go for
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and they also over in Japan they started showing off the Team Rocket cards because those are coming out next, and those look really interesting. It's gonna be another exciting set. Like, yeah, Pokemon is just on fire right now. It is.
Too bad we can't get anything.
Well, I'm hoping that with the pre-releases, because I know at least for the other pre-releases, they'll give you more they'll give you the amount based on how many you had at the last one. So since we filled out this time, we should be getting more next time, at least for the pre-release stuff.
Next time doesn't help me now.
I know.
I'm a bitter old man at this point.
Yeah.
I forgot. I put the stream on the TV.
Oh yeah. That's right. I forgot that was up there too. Yeah. Oh, have you tried an air fried uncrustable?
I
Actually,
like
that's
my
something-
bread soft. I don't like my bread crispy. So no.
Do you not get like your any like hoagies or anything toasted like that?
No, I don't actually don't like it getting it toasted. I'll eat it toasted though if it gets toasted, but
Yeah.
I prefer not. I like soft bread. All right. I like fresh bread when it's like warm and like
Okay, no, yeah, that's fair. Yes, fresh like bakery bread, like picking up like
yeah.
from like whatever. Yeah,
I don't
no,
like
that's good.
I don't like my bread like a baguette where I can kill someone with it. Like I just want to be able to chew it. Like,
That's fair because like baguettes are like way hard, but like no, I like if I get like something that's Subway, I'll just have them throw it in.
like
toast it.
toast, I'm okay. Like toast with bread.
I mean,
butter,
yeah,
like, that's-
toast is toast, man. Like,
All right, my ankle's killing me.
okay,
That
yeah.
was dumb. I'm like, I hobbled over here, man.
I tweaked my ankle, and now it hurts to walk. Chocolate brioche. What? Oh, but Aaron. Yeah. Aaron, let me process your order. Since we have the time, I was like, might as well just process it. Two jet tags and a mystery patch. Ba, 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 ba. We're gonna add some booster packs. Not booster packs, but. Some free packs. Then. Da. It's just live processing of orders. All right. And then Kitsune Arcade, if you're still around, ultimately it's up to you in your area too. You got to kind of have to see, like, are you trying to advertise nationally or to your local area to draw people in? Because you're not going to be able to, like, depending on where you are, you're not going to get someone from across the country to fly over to visit your store, unless you're that confident. But you want to be able to do targeted marketing. Ultimately, when I started, I actually, in the first 5-6 years of business, I didn't spend a single dollar on marketing. Like, I didn't pay for any ads. I didn't pay to boost the posts. It was always just, I just posted what I did. I just based it off of, it was word of mouth. Obviously, with TikTok in 2020, our name got out there, and that's why we attempted to franchise. We finally got our concept out there. And ever since then, like, even though I don't, my videos don't go viral, I don't really make viral worthy content anymore. From time to time, something will do decently, and we'll get another, like, injection of views and stuff. So, like, I wouldn't ever give up on the social media thing. And if you're not confident in making videos, well, start anyway. Like, you won't know if you're terrible unless you start it. And you may be bad at first. Like, your goal should be to improve upon yourself every video that you do. You gotta speak a little bit better. You do a different type of edit. You shoot a little bit longer. You make it a little bit funnier. You start getting more creative with it. Like, start doing it. But the reasoning behind when you make that content should be is to sell your product or your business. My one piece of biggest advice would be, do not start off being like, hi, my name is so-and-so with Zevia Soda today. I'm here. Like, you already lost their interest. If you're doing a business pitch, people will just swipe through because they do not want to deal with it, right? You got to tell a story right from the beginning. You got to get them involved. You got to get them wanting to keep watching and see what you are selling. You can sell the experience around it. Like, at the end of the day, like, a perfect commercial for this would just be like someone just chilling, drinking a Coke, and then, like, doing a swap. It's like, man, I really like, and you drink it and you're like, it's just like, I don't know, something funny. Is this connected? Uh-oh. Cancel all orders. Okay, let's try printing again. There we go. Okay. Now it's working. I have not tried. There's orange. Okay. There's apparently many, many different flavors. I need the different. Hunter, I got like 4 text messages from unknown numbers. Could you just tell me what your last 2 digits are of your phone number then? Just give me your last 2 digits. I've received like 3 unknown number text messages. Also, folks, I don't get back to my sister within the same day or within the, like, unless I get multiple texts and a phone call. Like, I'm on a crazy schedule where I may not see it. So doing 100 day, that's fine. Like, coming in, let me know. It's like, hey, I texted you. Did you see it? It's like, oh, I didn't. Like, or I may not have. Obviously, Sarah's doing her best to go through all the packages and all the gifts that have come in. If you guys purchased anything from our baby registry, you gotta put your Twitch tag or your TikTok handle onto there so we know who to thank. I just need the last 2, but you gave me 4. Way to listen to instructions, Hunter. Let me see. Yeah, there you are. Hunter, what did you send? Because we've received several Target boxes this past week. and I can then confirm that we got it. And I'll tell my wife that we had a couple of them with unknown senders. So we're assuming that it was one of you. Six ounces. It's 6 ounces. 6 ounces. 6 ounces. My one thing about these keyboards is I need a number pad. I need a number pad just because I do a lot of accounting work. So it's like that number pad's like key for me to have. Now, someone told me I can just get that separately. I can just get a separate number pad to use, but because I do like how much smaller it is to fit into everything. So. Aaron, you should have received. Oh my God, what is going on? My printer. It's not printing. CPT Moore, Delta Squad. Oh, there were questions there. So where is GH7 going to be? I mean, Gamers Heaven is in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, so we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere or anything. Oh, take care, brother.
You too. Have a good night.
Is that? Oh, let's see your book. I'm just seeing your book bag. Is it Pokemon thing or?
No, it's like gummy bears.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I just decided to make it my Pokemon bag.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Thank you.
You have a good night, brother.
You too, man. Thanks.
Oh, we definitely got those. Yeah. No. Like guys, like Sarah's been having a like. She's very pregnant, so she's on the ground like organizing everything. Like y'all went crazy, especially with the clothes. My God. But Hunter, actually, thanks to you and a lot of you guys, we're definitely set for when our daughter comes home. Like we have more than enough to cover the newborn and the first month stage. So thank you very much, all of you who got in there. She will be going through. For those of you who are parents, know their first few months they go through a lot of diapers because they are flushing everything out of their system. So you are changing literally almost like 10, 20 times a day. So. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. What is going on with this printer? Hold on. Sorry, guys. This thing is like... Please print. Okay, it's making me waste paper. Ugh. All right, there we go. That is done. Hunter's caught up. Oh, sorry, Aaron's caught up. Sorry, guys. Aaron, thank you very much for your support. As always, man. Did you finish the Halo build? You snuck in. All right. Try and keep my area clean the best I can. Should we start auctioning off my beta thing? It's all sleeved too. I sleeved everything to protect all the cards because I didn't realize like the beta edition cards literally have the beta mark on them, so you'll know when you're ever trading anyone or anything, you'll know where they got it. I made them all separate colors too. Yeah, these are the rares. So many. So many. Oh God. I got you, Aaron. Appreciate you still tuning into the streams every day, man. Thank you. You still somehow make time for us and everything, so it's amazing, man. Oh, it like barely fits. Never mind. Try and get this to fit, but it didn't. There we go. All right. Sorry, thankfully people are starting to like they're what's it called? The Pokemon event ended, so table space is opening up. I know you guys can hear it. The D&D group and the Digimon group are still going pretty strong though. There we go. All right. It's your escape from work. I feel you, buddy. All right. Well, I mean, we're back. Anyone have any questions or anything they want to discuss? Zeke, in what regard? Every day is literally just it's such a gauntlet for me. Yeah, essentially, I'm getting ready for Plan A, which was what's it called? What I was kind of expecting. Yeah, I was expecting Plan A, so it's just like we're still pretty much there. So we'll see how this week goes. Pretty much like this weekend's probably the last week. Like I want to still stream all of next week, but essentially I have to get ready to go ahead and move everything back home, or just won't stream it. No, I can't. Yeah, I gotta get pretty much like I just gotta be ready for like any day in April, like pretty much April 1st. Like Sarah can go into labor at any time, so it's like I gotta be on it. Like I just gotta be ready for that. So it's just like Girl Scout. Yo, Taffy, I don't know if it was like, did it come green? He's like, Sarah got it, and it was like, what is this? It's like chocolate with the regular vanilla frosting. So they're like, it didn't taste really good. I'm not sure if she just got like a defective batch, so I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, essentially though, I don't know. I don't want to take this away from the store because when I'm not here, when it's running as the demo unit, people really seem to enjoy it. So I'm actually thinking I'll just see about setting up the home setup with the laptop again. So sort of like what I did, if you guys remember, midway through, like, you know, after like late spring, early summer, I stream from the store and I stream from home, and I just have my laptop set up. So something that I'll look into for that. It's better with the chocolate frosty. Okay. I'll have to see if I'll have to see if that's what she wants me to bring home later. Like Sarah's been having like, I think like lunch especially, but like if I come home before midnight, she's like, food. Like it's they have to run the store. I might just have to rethink my entire strategies. Okay, is there really people sitting here on TikTok? I don't really know. Yeah. Scooby was sitting there. Who else is on tonight? Let's go take a look. Really? No one else is on? I was sure that Ringo or Lloyd or Angora, one of the 3 Power Scuff Squad members, would be streaming right now. None of them are? We're very far off. And yeah, we're very far off. I might just do it for you guys, just, you know, for trying. Okay. All right, Taffy. I see that. No, I follow Rock Bear. I just saw him on there. Whoa. I was just copying and pasting. I didn't know it automatically would do that. Okay, hold on. I can just send all the lurkers over there. I can just send all the lurkers over there. Like, I can just raid, I can still stay on, so I can just do that too. If you had to give your younger self business advice, what would you tell your younger self? Wrong question. I'm gonna flip it around. Don't ask me questions about what would I do differently going back. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't be the person who I am now. I wouldn't have the family that I have now. I wouldn't have the friends. I wouldn't have the contacts. I wouldn't have the experience. I would not have my exact kids right now if I changed anything about the past. So I'm not gonna look backwards at all. I would give you the advice as a new business owner that, you know, the basic ones, right? Like, I'm not in the business of just giving free advice because, you know, 10 years of my time and you want it for free. I'm just kidding. No, and honestly, the biggest things I can give you that I always talk about is, number one, like, make sure, if you already opened your store, it's kind of already into it, but make sure you have working capital. No matter what you're doing, working capital is such a major thing that a lot of people just like to skim by. They don't they don't think about it because they think they're going to be successful right off the bat. If you don't know what working capital is, we're going to have an issue here. But no, working capital is the money that you set aside to cover your business expenses, to help you develop your business when there's no income coming in. So if you say you have 6 months of working capital, that means you can run your brand new business or your streaming or full-time, whatever you're doing, for 6 months with no gains, no sales, no nothing. But after that dries up, you are done. Now, for a brick and mortar business, the goal would be is to start building up sales and drumming it up so that 6 months all of a sudden stretches to 9 months, to 12 months, or maybe even more than a year, to essentially give you the time and flexibility to just keep operating your business to allow it to grow. When you don't have those funds set aside, you are not actually properly giving your business time to actually grow the way it needs to. And then you end up making rash decisions, like I did. You end up overselling your business. You end up taking the debts that you shouldn't and need to be taking in the beginning, because you have no other options, right? It allows you to keep a straight head, especially when all of a sudden, anytime this year, the markets could just crash, because you have the same situation brewing right now as the 2008 financial crisis right now. There are like early indicators and things that the banks and these fund groups are doing right now that is just like, so when you have unknown factors like that, you want to have money in your pocket. Number two, never. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to address this now. I just got 4 emails of the same thing. All right, really quick. If you are a CF investor, all right, I am dealing with more than one people in the stream at any given time. If you have an important question that I did not get to, you feel free to repeat those questions, and one of my mods will be then able to go ahead and highlight that for you. Okay? For the CF round, I have over 300 people who invested. Okay, 90% of which did $100, and that's it. They did $100 each. So, like, the majority of them are $100. So I have a lot of people who come through the Discord, who come through the streams, who send me emails and communications and text messages. I urge you to understand that when you bought onto those shares, if you're like, go back and read the contracts and everything like that. You purchased safe notes, simple agreement for future equity. So you bought a note. It's like buying a treasury note that you redeem later on once it matures, right? So you don't think about it until it matures. Same thing with us. You bought a note that doesn't mature until we hit a certain finance point in terms of investments and stuff. So it could be like, obviously it started 2 years ago, but it could be another 3 to 5 years. It could be 10 years. I think, like, ironically, like, in terms of like when I was talking to this about my cousins, they also have safe notes that they invest into companies 5, 7, 8 years ago that they're still waiting on and everything. Ultimately, it is a gamble. Like, every investment is. There's always risk involved. You know, what's it called? You know the risk. You know the risk when you read up on the agreements and everything. It's all laid out for you there. So at this point, you have a note. You do not have equity shares or a stake in the business right now. Just, I need people to understand that. And the thing is, I keep getting that email like once a week. So it's just like, people are like, I need to file my taxes. I'm like, you already did. Like, you bought $100 note. Like, you don't have ownership of the company yet. And like, people got pissed at me. I'm like, did you not read the contract that you signed of what this is? And then I had people like, I had someone people reported me to the SEC saying that I promised them dividends right away. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, there's nowhere in there said that. When I tell you guys I dealt with a lot of crap last year, I really did. But no, there's that there. And what's it called here? Like, but we have been sending out the quarterly and the yearly reports to all the investors. Technically speaking, I don't need to send it to the CF people. I don't. Because they don't have the equity stake in the business yet. But I still do, because I want everyone to be, in tune and aware of what's going on, both the good and the bad, right? So I just want to do that. Lifetime members get it as well too, so everyone can keep track and everything. If there is something in those videos that do not answer a question that you have, definitely please start coming in and asking me here, and I'll get to it the best I can. I'm losing it. I should be talking about this shit. What am I doing?